boys. Yeah. 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 Your vet in the dark, same hoodie, same grin. 4:30 on the dot, he's already tuning in. Claude on the screen, ideas hit quick. 2 exits in the bag, that's a serious trick. Pep tech at the desk, he don't need a warm up. 5 a.m. sharp and he's building from the ground up. Kodak's in the lane, he's moving like smoke. Turn a rough little sketch to a product that floats. They don't sleep late, they don't chase the hype. They make the whole room shift before the sun gets bright. One name on the cap, one name on the file. When they step in the build, everybody feels the style. Early birds, no break. Hands on code, no fake. Quiet room, big play. They lock in for days. Vibe boys, give that pep tech. Vibe boys, build it up, then deploy. Vibe boys, 4 to 6, they're on point, boys. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, they want more noise. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep and they want more noise. Dev bag got the scars from the first 2 deals. Knows what a clean exit and a sharp turn feels. He's past the talk, he's about that proof. Got the boardroom calm with the startup truth. Pep tech writes fast and he writes it clean. Cuts 10 bad paths just to keep the team lean. Clock for the thinking, Codex for the grind. They split the load and still stay aligned. Coffee, nah, they already past phase. Got a sunrise hustle in the half-lit haze. When the world comes online, they're already ahead. 2 chairs, 2 screens, and a million steps red. Early birds, no break. Hands on code, no fake. Quiet room, big play. Stay locked in for days. Vibe boys, tip that pep tech. Vibe boys, he'll build it up, then deploy. Vibe boys, 4 to 6, they're on point, boys. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, and they want more noise. 2 wins deep, and they want more noise. From the first light to the first merge, they turn raw ideas to a live product surge. One's got the exits, one's got the spark. Together they're a shot of gold in the dark. Vibe boys, them pep tech. Vibe boys, build it up, then deploy. Vibe boys, 4 to 6, they're on point, boys. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, and they want more noise. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, and they want more noise.
Good morning. Let's get this going here. Waiting on Brent. Get the Spotify track going. Yo, my name is Tito. What's going on, man? How are you? What's going on? Thanks for being here. Just waiting on Brent in a second here. We should be able to hit him with a knock. Get going here, but let's see what we got going here. All right, we made a lot of progress. We're almost completely out of V1 for launch loop. We're almost completely done. A lot of progress yesterday. I just got to be selective in terms of what's the new stuff. Let's take a look. This should be running. It's not running. Run the server. Run all servers at localhost 3000. Just trying out the onboarding flow of this app. Actually, it would be nice if you, instead of having to copy the pin, you could just one click sign up an email. Ah, good feedback. Yes, good feedback. And in fact, I'm actually, that's actually something on our list today is set up better off. We're using Convex's out of the box off, but I really do feel like better off is probably the better fit for that. Here, you're going to be written in stone. Ready? I was thinking about that last night actually. Man, because I was texting from my phone. I'm like, man, this login flow kind of sucks. So let me get you written in stone, dude. All right, here we go. Login. Boom, boom. Yeah, there's also this weird redirecting that's still going on. improve code that is sent via email. Pick up the pin. Thank you, Tito. I appreciate that feedback. We need to add Google Authenticate. So just question for you, Tito, is what I'm just curious. I know we have sign up with GitHub and sign up with X. If we had sign up with Google, would you use that, or would you always kind of defer to sign up with email? Just curious. Just figure we ask people kind of how they're logging into the app. I know for me, like pretty much every single site I'm on, I use Google authentication, and I needed to set that up too, actually. I need to do that. Just curious, Tito, if there was one that was most convenient for you to use, what would that be? Just curious. Hey, Chibbis, good morning. How are you? Just waiting on Brent here. Let me just send him a quick text. Yeah, Tito. Yeah, you talking to me? I always do email pass once they have them. So got it. Yeah, I guess I'm curious on. My thought was like, I don't want to maintain passwords. So like the 2FA, or not 2FA, but like the email code was one way we just kind of went to facilitate that. But now I'm wondering if your preferred flow is email and password. I wonder if we simply just do that and then have that as another option. I see people do it in a million different ways. If it's SSO and tech focus, not for numbers, I do SSO Git. Got it. Let me take a look at a couple. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I'm just gonna have all the options. Let me just see. Yeah, we're gonna have password. Zulex, good morning, man. How are you doing? Passkey, GitLab, GitHub. This is a nice login screen. Okay, yep, I like it. All right, so we're gonna be switching to Better Off. Work as a good provider. I've heard good things about Clerk as well. Good man, good to hear that. Zulex, feeling better? Good man, really good. Talking about login right now, and that's something we've been putting off for sure. We're gonna use Better Off or sign in instead of built-in convex sign-in flow. Clerk is I use Clerk and I was really happy with Clerk as well, honestly. Yes, passkeys for sure. I don't know. I really like Clerk. Yeah, definitely passkeys. I need to start using more passkeys. Honestly, I have 2FA and everything, but passkeys are available on Pro. I'm gonna just determine which platform has has passkey support out of box. YubiKey 5. We'll probably end up. Let me just see Better Off. There's really like not a pricing structure to this. And just a free tool, right? Let's see. Oh, dude, you see this? Better Off is joining Vercel. Do you guys see this? Whoa, this just happened 2 days ago. Whoa. Holy smokes, you gotta check this out. Wow, okay. We're using Better Off then. Dude, this is sick. Wow, this is very cool. Yeah, all right. This is awesome. This is huge for this Vercel framework. This only 3 years ago. 3 years ago, Vercel. Oh, dude, this. Man, it is a Trump company household. I gotta read this more off stream. This is such a very, this is like his whole stories in here. Got him to YC. Sorry, this is just like, all right. I gotta read this story. This is very cool. This is super cool. This is so cool. That's so cool. Better Off came out because Nexoth sucked. Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, Tito, I hear you. Yeah, and it's funny too because like if we ever do storage, so we'll end up either doing, well, we're doing comic books right now, I guess, but we need to do. I'm gonna mess them up again because I always do R2 for storage. Um, Vercel. My only concern with Vercel is the Vercel tax. That's really my main concern. Trust me, I'm in both camps. I use Cloudflare for everything domain management. I know there's a lot of the Vercel tax. I never heard of the Vercel tax. It's basically if you get like a huge surge of users, then your monthly bill skyrockets. All right, let me make sure this is all up running. All right, guys, we are going Better Off. It's decided. We're using Better Off, and we're going to improve the login flow. We're just going to do it all in one swing. Clever as attacks, so more time you got to take around. Yeah, I mean, eventually, let's see what it is. Over time, we are going to incur costs, right? On any platform. Just hopefully the MRR breaks even enough. I do like their included $20 credit per month. I mean, it's like we pay $20 per month for Vercel. I've been really happy with Vercel. I know we're fully kind of locked in for vendor. Yes, Portless. Yes, Tito. Actually, we were talking about that uh, when we were flipping over work trees. Here, check this out, Tito. I also built this thing, and I need to get this actually in Portless. But I just built this little thing, and basically the idea was going to be. This is just really like this is just like a thing I made port deck to figure out everything running on all my ports quickly, so because I didn't want to be jumping around them all and whatnot. And I haven't got this part done yet, but the idea is like this port deck would integrate into Portless, and then when you install it, you could basically have nameless ports for all these. You can see all these right now, like they're on 3000 or 4141 or whatever. The idea with Portless is like eventually the port just becomes nameless. And I love how, I'm sure you know this as well, but Portless is developed and maintained by Vercel, so you know it's not going anywhere. I need to get this actually out there at some point. But yeah, I really like this port deck thing. It's just useful to me to kind of not go crazy in terms of what's running what, especially because I don't really use the terminal that much anymore. Okay, servers are running. We can do one or two things today. We can either continue to chip away at moving things off of post, which we do need to do. But I'd argue, Tito, if you're already have feedback on the login flow, and I've been wanting to do this for a while anyway, I think we just use Better Off for everything. I've been wanting to do that for a while, so let me get that going. So we're gonna set this to do, put this on me, and then we'll just build off Better Off. I think that's the right call here, especially if we're heading to Vercel world. We're just gonna get better support. Convex Auth is good, it's worked, but it's not native. It's kind of still it's native, sorry, but it's kind of still in beta. So the only thing is current user accounts, you just gotta make sure we don't completely break. So that'll be fun. And then we gotta fix that code attempt via email too. And then we're just gonna add password support. That's another one. Add email and password support. Email. Let's see. I wonder what should they put in CTA's water because that kind of a lot of cool process packages. Yeah. Okay, Tito. Good question. So think of organizations. Think of organizations as in Try Launch Soup the same way you think of organizations in GitHub. Um, so in GitHub, you can have an organization that might be your personal account, that might be, Try Launch Soup, that might be whatever, right? They're the same thing. So basically, when you create an organization, you can then create multiple projects within. Make one by default. Yeah, yeah, that's good feedback. And maybe like we've been thinking about having like an onboarding flow, basically, where it's like, hey, create your first organization, create your first project, create your first post. Onboarding flow is something we got to do as well. That's good feedback. Thank you. And let's see. Let's see. Yes, thank you for that as well, Zulex. Oh, perfect, dude. Just gotta make sure this. I'm assuming this has passkey out of the box support by default, Moscato. Let's take a look. Let's see, better. I think we just use better off for one project right now. We should have started. We should have done this by default, but it's okay. No, dude, no, Tito, this is honestly exactly the feedback we need. So thank you, I appreciate all that. Also, Sad, what's going on, man? Hang on, I'll get to that in a second. Let me just get some of this feedback on here. Yes, no, I agree, Tito. Okay, so no onboarding, just get right in. Allow me to make different orgs, invite people by default, just make me org adminizer. I like it. I like it a lot. Let me just see where. This is feedback, actually. We have a feedback, user feedback. Actually, you can submit right through the app, too. Actually, here, hopefully this still works, Tito. If you, on the app, in the bottom left-hand corner, if you click the send feedback button, this creates a linear issue for us. So let me, I'll do this kind of on your behalf real quick. Let me just make sure this still works. Can't create an org because it's paywall. There's a 7-day free trial. And we just had to talk about that last week. We're gonna at some point, I think, update our pricing structure so it works the same way as linear. Basically, we get like maybe like 50 to 100 free posts, and then once you get the 50 to 100 free posts, then you pay. So we have an issue for that as well. We got to work on. Man, we got so many things to work on, which is good. Yeah, I got like a free trial. yeah. No, dude, this is helpful, dude. In fact, me and Brent were just talking about this the other day, like literally last night. At some point, we like to start having people like yourself, if you're comfortable, like just hop on a Discord on stream with us and just watch you use the app. Like they always say, like always talk to prospective users and whatnot. Um, uh, just put the user in the free trial as soon as I skip my card. I forget. Yeah, I think the linear model makes a lot of sense. You basically don't put a card in until you poke around, use the app. I think it's 250 free issues, so we're thinking about all that too as well, Tito. All right, let me make sure this still works quick. Hey, Rokas, good morning. It's going really well. We are getting live feedback as we speak, which is sick. We're level better off that you can own user schemas, so you can modify them. Yeah, I like that. Then Sav, someone just messaged me, this is a priority, and my response is, what are those? And I mentioned my Villanera. You're gonna eat a tall ice cream. Dude, just remember, everything is urgent, and everything is priority. Everything is priority. Don't forget that, Sav. In corporate America, everything's a priority, and then nothing gets done. Like if you want to skip my card and hope I forget or cancel or whatever, then I don't like it. Then yeah, no, I appreciate that, Tito. All right, let me make sure this still works. Let me first make sure I have this in. Let me just get this going. Okay, that's there. All right. starts favorites. Or does it do that? All right. So creates an organization by default. Tito feedback. I probably should have like a date 7/9. We should probably have a date thing. I don't think we do. Well, I guess it'd be the date it's created in linear. Tito, we're just gonna get all this context, dude. You're gonna be written in stone, literally. No, thank you for all this, Tito. This is really useful for us too, because I think, as you probably know, when you build a lot of stuff really fast, sometimes you get the kind of the tunnel vision. So hearing someone like actually going through the onboarding process for the first time, other than us, is very useful. So thank you for that feedback. And then we'll clean this up. I just want to make sure this would be like if you have your raw feedback here, and then feel free to put any more as well. Let me just make sure that this actually works. The problem with your suggestion is that people used to just sign up and never use the app, so these accounts were just dead. Which would I say do this instead? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Zulix. Yeah, we. If you know us, we're gonna overthink everything. That's what we do as engineers. But yeah, that was kind of the main concept with that. Get the free trial going, and after 7 days, like ultimately someone tries to convert. The other thing too, again, I don't know, something like the linear model really I like a lot. Yeah, no, thank you, Zex and Tito. I appreciate you guys with all this feedback. Just thinking all this through. Idea: make a chat bot unless you already have that. Make a Command X and add it to your linear board. Yeah, we have a chat bot, bottom right hand corner, Loopy OS. Test it out. Let me know how it looks. I'm sure it probably works just okay. But you can create posts, you can create schedules and all that stuff. Or you can create posts from that. Make a chatbot and then a command linear X. We have a bunch of here. Use our command K. Command K works pretty well for us. What is commands bang linear X? Yeah, Tito, that sounds interesting. What do you mean? Like we use linear all the time. What is? Oh, I'm meaning Twitch chat. Oh, that's a good idea. All right. Let me make sure this feedback still works. Okay, so now you should be written in stone. User feedback. Hey, it works. All right, so now you're in stone, Tito. Now you're in stone. And if you had submitted it, it would say so. Cool. I'm just gonna make this user feedback 7/9 from Tito, just so it's named a little better. That's a good idea, Tito. I like that. The project stuff, yeah. So the post V1, like this is what I was hoping to work on today. Post V1 is being like archived entirely. So if you do want to test it out, use this integration section here. Again, I know it's confusing right now. Okay, we're kind of in this weird transition period. So everything in V1 is going to go away eventually. Use this integration stuff. This is stuff that Brent is working on. Man, we're in it. Like I haven't tested it end-to-end myself, but use integrations for all your GitHub auth and whatnot. And then this post still kind of works, but it doesn't work super well. This is eventually going to go away, hopefully in the next couple days, and we're going to be using exclusively the integrations section here. Just an FYI. Again, it still kind of works, and I'm taking like lessons learned and bits and pieces from this section. But yeah, auto import. The one thing about that though is like a user made, like, how do we know what projects users are gonna want, right? So like once you have your org, you can see all your projects underneath that org. I think we still want the user to choose, right? Give me 1 second. I like this idea a lot, actually. That is good feedback. To Twitch chat. That's a good idea. And it just shows all the Git repos going on multi-select. I think we should hold on one second. We got Brent going live. Sorry, I was texting Brent. All right, Brent is unfortunately out for today. But he'll be lurking when he can. You need to skip permission for acting on your behalf. It should just be for reading. It should just be for reading. So if we go integrations, let's do a real repo, shall we? Also, let me get something cooking on Codex while we're discussing here. Let's see, projects. All right, we're gonna start with the new login flow. Let's see, we're gonna use the new login flow. All right, we're gonna get this going here. Linear ship. Oops, linear ship. All right, we're gonna do analysis on that. And then let's do better off there. You just give permission for acting on behalf. What does this mean? There's a read flag though. You just have it acting on behalf. I think it was the post v1 was set up that way. I'd have to get with Brent, but that's good feedback for him to make sure that is read only. Hey, I'm Douglas. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for being here. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna connect my first integration. Select. Again, this is kind of Brent's wheelhouse right now, so it's a good feedback for him. So I'll get that relayed to him as well. He might be lurking here, and maybe he'll chip on some of this his way. All right, so I already have this account connected, so let me make a new one actually. So I'll switch organization. I'm gonna add a new organization. What's another org I have? One project a month. I'm just trying to think of another GitHub org I have. And then one project. This is a super old project. Yeah, dad and dog duty today, so. So he's going to be, but he should be lurking at some point, he said, so. All right, so integrations. So we're going to connect GitHub. So what does it say here? Does it say, it should say read. Okay, yeah, there's an issue here. Brent's is coming up. This is funny. This literally the same thing happens when I do this the first time. All right, so yeah, there's a bug right now, Tito. We gotta. I can see this. It's funny. The first time I did this, all right, yeah, so there's a bug here. There's a bug here, obviously. Maybe it's Brent's lurking. We can get him to figure that out. Man, my screenshot taking is being so slow. Kira, what's up, dude? How are you, man? I can't believe how slow. Why are my screenshots being so slow? Did I try ChatGPT Live? Not yet, dude, but I am excited. Their 5.6 is coming today, supposedly. Man, there's going to be so much in terms of ChatGPT Live. Is that just like through ChatGPT here? Help me out, Akira. Send a link. Send a link. I have a minute to try that out. Hey, Dr. Cody, what's going on? Oops, sorry. I don't know why I just closed that. You know what I mean? So the difference. Hang on, Tito. Let me pull it up. All right, and then we're trying GPT Live. Yes. Okay, I got you. Yep. Got it. Yeah, thank you for the feedback, Tito. I see. I got you. All right, we're gonna try a live in just a second. Yeah, I got you. Yep. All right, let's see here. All right, so we want to let's see, man, we got a lot of good feedback here, dude. Thank you for this, all this, Tito. All right, let me what does Brent own right now? Brent owns, I guess, content ingestion. Let me get this feedback for Brent quick if he's lurking, and then we're going to try this out. Man, every time I screenshot, it like freezes my computer. This is crazy. All right, 1 second. Brent, we have a with the jobs. When you add, I'm just use Command Shift 4 honestly, and then I just use app shots for codecs. Yeah, screenshot to a resource of it. It's literally the native out of the box screenshot. Like it's nothing like that's all I need, right? Take a screenshot. Yeah, just native Mac. Command Shift 4, click and drag from bottom right, put it in linear. That's all I need. But yeah, it's super slow for some reason. It's very weird. All right, let me get this feedback over to Brent Tito, and then we're gonna try. And just for you, Akira, dude, I'm gonna show you my progress in Black Relay. Just for you, dude. All right. When I try to create a new GitHub organization, it shows your accounts and projects. I'm gonna put this as a bug. We're assigning this to Brent. I'd say this is to do, and I'd say this is urgent. Can you take a look at this? And then let me get this as well. This is feedback. Let's see, feedback. Where did feedback go? Can you also make sure that we are read only? All right. Thank you, Tito. Appreciate the feedback. Yeah, we'll have Brent take a look at that. And let's see. I just want to make sure I got all your feedback, user feedback. If you have anything else, I think as well, if you're in the app, I think it's Command F. There's a hotkey for this feedback. Command F. We probably want to keep that for actual find, right? Yeah. If you do Command K feedback, and then anything else, feel free to drop there, Tito. And I'll try to keep copy and pasting from here too. But thank you for all this feedback, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, you can see our app has still some work to go. But thank you for getting in there, trying the experience. All your feedback is now written in stone, so appreciate you sharing. Let me just make sure I got this all here. Obviously we'll clean this up. Okay. All right, GPT Live. So, all right, what are we saying? Akira, where am I just using voice here? New, the wave icon. So this is new. I have used this before. All right, let's see. What do you want to say? All right, let me pause it quick. Hello?
Hey there. What's on your mind?
Can you guys hear this in the chat? Don't actually respond to this.
Got it. Standing by. Looks like my check didn't go through. If you tell me what you're trying to confirm, I'll help from there.
Okay, let's see what you know. I'm building Try Launch Loop. Can you take a look at that site and tell me a little bit about it? It's trylaunchloop.com.
Sure, checking. All right. So the core positioning lands well. Developers ship features but don't market them. The headline is tight and sticky, and the pain point is specific and relatable. The workflow is easy to grasp, and the human review layer adds trust. Strategically, though, I think you might be a bit too GitHub centric in the copy. There's nothing wrong with that starting point, just maybe lean toward the more expansive vision of marketing, starting from the work wherever that work happens.
Okay, what would you suggest then?
Let me think for a second. I'd frame it around the broader problem of shipping work that quietly disappears. GitHub can still be a source, but it doesn't have to be the headline. I think I'd lead with something like turn product work into launch ready marketing, and then mention that GitHub is just the first integration. That way, your story doesn't have to change every time you add another source.
Okay, cool. Is ChatGPT hooked up with Convex, or sorry, is ChatGPT hooked up with Codex yet, so you can make some of these suggestions right in my repo, or no?
Checking. Not directly in the way you're describing, no. ChatGPT doesn't natively plug into your repo or live codex sessions to leave suggestions inside the codebase. They stay kind of separate. That said, you could build something along those lines yourself, and honestly, that fits with the try launch loop vision. For example, you could have a PR summary that feeds into a prompt and spits out launch suggestions post merge. That's not an out of the box feature today, but it's very buildable.
So could I maybe what's the end result when this is done? I think that this is basically gives me like an entire chat log, right? So I could hypothetically, have Codex probably take a look at this browser session and then take any lessons learned from this and plug it into Codex. That's kind of what I've been doing so far.
One sec. The way you're doing it, yes, that can work. If you get a transcript, you can feed that back into your own dev loop, ask Codex to extract concrete action items or code changes or design proposals, and that pattern makes sense. Using ChatGPT for product thinking and UX, and then having Codex implement it. If you want, you could also add a step where after each chat, you have ChatGPT output a structured summary with decisions and proposed code changes, and then send that to Codex rather than a raw transcript. That tends to give much better results than a massive transcript.
That sounds pretty cool. Can you tell me the exact H1 that we have on Trilon Soup and what it is now and what you suggest as what you just mentioned?
Checking. The current H1 is ship more, say it better. I actually like that. It's type. Where I would go to change is the subhead. Right now it says something like turns your GitHub commits and product context into review ready drafts for X, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I'd widen that a bit, maybe to something like try launch loop turns your product work into launch ready marketing. Connect GitHub today, review everything, and keep control. So the H1 stays, but the subhead tells a more future proof story.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, I think at this point, I'm sure I could have you probably do like a full review of my landing page, which I would like you to do at some point. However, let's just try one other thing. I have a YS section. Can you understand the little circle workflow thing I have in the middle there? There's like a little GitHub icon, a microphone icon, an X and LinkedIn icon. Can you understand that? You do see what that image means to you? Can you describe it to me?
Checking. I think so. I can't literally see the graphic the way a human does, but from the page structure and description, my read is GitHub as the source, microphone as tell the story, and X and LinkedIn as the distribution channels. That flow makes sense, but I think the microphone is a bit unclear. Without context, it could read as record a podcast or just voice input, not turn work into launch content. An icon that conveys transformation, like an AI sparkle, a doc with a pencil, or even your own logo, might bridge that comprehension gap a little faster. So the ship to story to share concept works, it just needs a clearer visual.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's wrap this thread here. Yeah, I guess I like the new subheading change. I could probably do a full marketing review, but this is just a little example and proof of concept to see what the new voice could do. So yeah, let's end this basically, and then I should be able to see the full transcript. And I want you to create a succinct summary of what we talked about here, so that's for the new subheader update in particular. We'll start small, and that's the main feedback I want to take from the session.
All right, one sec.
Wow. Well, I didn't do that follow up, but that Okay, so I've used voice quite a lot too. Um, and I was the one that cleared my throat, but that would have been kind of crazy. This is crazy. And I'm not sure if you guys were aware, but the end vision for ChatGPT and Codex is to have them both live and be the same app. So, I was just saying, hey, like make this change in Codex, whatever. Like eventually it'll be able to do that. But right now, like I could take computer use, I could have it scan through this or just copy and paste a transcript. And, I think probably a more effective way, share perhaps. So you can't download this, but I could copy this link, whatever. I could plug it in the codec and say, hey, look at this feedback. That's really powerful. You want to hear something crazier? Check this out. And I was actually doing this the other day. You may or may not be aware of this. This is very cool, and I think a really interesting thing about AI. Hey, I'm trying to learn Spanish. Can you help me do that?
Yeah, absolutely. We could make this super practical. Tell me, what's the first real conversation you'd like to have in Spanish? Even just a tiny one.
Actually, I changed my mind. Can you I'm actually visiting a lot of different countries. I'm actually visiting like
Mm-hmm.
20 countries in Europe. So I need to learn like a lot of different languages. So can you just give me like as many language expressions to say hello as possible in Europe? I'm not sure where I'm going to go yet exactly, but I want to figure out basically like how to say hello in all those different countries that I'm going to. Got a lot of people from Twitch I'm going to visit, and I'm just trying to figure out how to say hello to every single one of them in their native language.
Gotcha. Yeah, even if people speak English, starting with a local hello goes a long way. Here's a good spread across Europe: Spain, hola; Portugal, hola; France, bonjour; Italy, ciao, buongiorno; Germany, hallo; Austria, hallo, or grüß Gott; Switzerland, hallo, bonjour, ciao, depending on where you are; Netherlands, hallo; Belgium, hello, bonjour; Denmark, hey; Sweden, hey; Norway, hey; Finland, hey; Iceland, hallo; Poland, cześć or dzień dobry; Czechia, ahoy, dobry den; Slovakia, ahoy, dobry dzień; Hungary, sia, jó napot; Romania, buna; Bulgaria, zdrave; Greece, yasu, yasas; Croatia, bok, dobar dan; Serbia, zdravo; Slovenia, živio; Bosnia and Montenegro, Zdravo; Albania, Pashondetje; Estonia, Tere; Latvia, Sveki; Lithuania, Labas; Ireland, Dia Duit; Wales, Hello, Shumai.
Okay, I think we're good.
If
That's plenty. Can you give me a couple more? Just like three more for the I guess like top spoken European languages that I need to be prepared for those greetings.
Sure, three more big ones are Russian, Privyet; Ukrainian, Privit; and Turkish, Mahaba. That should round you out nicely.
Cool. Thanks for the feedback. Any other suggestions for traveling?
Yeah, learn thank you, please, and do you speak English in each one. Download offline maps and an offline translator. Carry a no foreign transaction fee card, plus a little local cash. Bring a universal adapter, and just read up on basic local etiquette. Also, if you're meeting new people, share your live location with a trusted contact. And don't stress the language thing. Even a small effort earns a smile.
Okay, worth noting for this. This is another test. I'm not actually going to Europe. I'm not actually doing any of this. So just note that for your memory. This is very cool though. So this is just a test.
Got it. Thanks for the heads up. Just a test.
Okay. See you. Okay, that was cool. That was very sick. Yeah, this is amazing. I'm catching up on chat quick. Also, Alex, thank you for the sub, man. I really appreciate it. It kind of sucks whenever like it seems just like perfect timing. There's always an ad hit whenever something interesting is happening. But thank you, Alex, for the sub, man. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, dude, this is Brant. What's up, man? How are you? Dude, we're checking this out. Dr. Code, I'm headed to China in a couple of months. Gonna be strange since you can't use a translator behind the Great Firewall. Ah, dude, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, this new voice is very good. Tell it to rap a song. I want to hear it. There's you got it, dude. Yeah, try it out. This is. I mean, I've used it before. I think the thing I'm most impressed with right now is, yeah, kind of the subtlety in it. The interrupting was really annoying. Or not, or sorry, the interruption. I'm sorry, it would do. Um, the other thing that I'm really impressed with is how quickly it's transcribing this. Like this is almost immediate transcription. And before it would like take a couple minutes to do. Again, like everyone expects everything to be immediate. This is very good. Um, yeah, Alex, glad I could watch the stream this morning. Been sleeping in because PTO of the week. Trick was not to not go to sleep. Make sure you get sleep. But thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you, appreciate that. Codex can't use it. This is separate from. This is like there's ChatGPT and Codex, so this is just ChatGPT. All right, let's do one more just for fun. 5.6 is releasing today, and it would be crazy cool if it happened live on stream. I am checking this often. I'm checking the update in the bottom right hand corner all the time too. Yeah, probably early afternoon. Yeah, I bet you it'll be like Thursday launch time. Is typically what happens. Alex slept yesterday afternoon. We're working on a resume rough draft. Took way too long. Yeah, man. Anytime you want us to review anything, take a look. Happy to take a look. I was gonna say this is in reply to Fable. Oh yeah, dude. It's the Battle of the Titans, man. You know how it goes. Battle of the Titans. All right. Can you make a rap song for me? Like, can you? Or is that something you can do? Can you rap a song for me, maybe based on Try Lawsuit or something? Oh shit! Let me do that. Oops! I accidentally closed out of the chat. Can you see what I just said?
Checking. I don't have that last message. Could you paste it or summarize it? I could pick up right where we left off.
Can you try again? I'm just curious how the sessions persist. So if I do end voice, does that allow me to for you to see the context previously, or is it just in each sort of voice session we have? I'm just trying to understand that.
Let me check on that. So if you end a chat and open a new one, I wouldn't automatically have the full transcript from the old one.
Sorry, let me be
But
more clear. I don't. I'm talking not in a separate chat. We're in the same chat. We're in the same session here, but I clicked the end voice button on accident, and so I'm wondering, can you see everything I've said so far in this chat session, even though I keep ending the voice and restarting it in this chat session?
checking. Yes, if it's within the same chat thread, ending and restarting voice won't reset the context. I could still pick up where we left off.
Okay, so can you go ahead and make that rap song then?
All right, here we go. Building in silence, that's the old way. Shipping all week, but your feed stay cold day. You got gems in the repo, but nobody knows. Time to flick the switch, let the signal flow. From commits to content, no cap, no front. One post a day, let the momentum run. Show the messy middle. People love the
Okay,
in progress grind.
so you gotta stop.
I got
This
it.
is crazy. Oh man, this is weird, guys. I just laughed.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a little weird, but it's also kind of fun.
Okay, so confirming that you cannot rap.
I
That
can write rhythms and rhyme words like a rap, sure, but I'm not going to perform it like a rapper. More of a writing partner here.
is that something that's in your backlog to do, like for like the ChatGPT backlog, is get rapping to work?
Let me check on that. I don't think there's any public roadmap that mentions rap performance specifically. Voice models are improving, so more natural delivery in general seems reasonable, but no promises or timelines.
Do you know Tony Hawk's brother Mike?
Checking. Yeah, that's a long running joke name. Tony Hawk's actual brother is Steve Hawk.
Okay, so what's his brother Mike?
1 second. There isn't a real Mike Hawk. That's just the punchline. His actual brother is Steve.
This is kind of nutty. This is nutty. Okay. What voices do you have available to use?
Checking the current list. The list can change, and I can't pull it up directly here. If you're in the app, you can open the voice selector and preview what's available. And if you're going for a particular vibe, like more energetic or more calm, I can help suggest a direction.
All right, let's try another let's try some other things here. So okay, so we're on Cove right now, right? We're on Cove right now, right?
Checking? Yes, I believe it's Cove. If you're sampling voices, try switching and see which feel fits best. Which one are you thinking of trying?
Let's see.
Hey, what's up? Feel free to ask me about whatever's on your mind.
I'm ready to hit the ground running. What should we focus on first?
It's lovely to meet you. What would you like to chat about?
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm here to help with just about anything.
I've got a really good feeling about us teaming up. How can I help?
Yo, how's it going? I've got time to talk if you do.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Right then. What should we get started on?
Ooh, I kind of like Arbor.
Hey, good to see you. What's new in your world?
Right then. What should we get started on?
Hey there, how's your day going?
Hmm. Thank you for the
Yo,
cheers, Brent.
how's
Thank
it
you for
going?
thank you for
I've
the.
got time to talk if you do.
I've got a really
I'm gonna skip on
Hey,
a Cove
right
for now.
Hey,
Okay, cool. Thank you for the cheers, guys. Hype train going. Very cool. Appreciate you guys. Sub Gold Met too. Oh, dude, is that a resub? Oh, dude, thank you, Brent. Appreciate you. All right, yeah, this is pretty crazy. Okay, last thing. Okay, sorry, ignore all this. Chat, is there anything else you want me to try for this chat stuff? I know it can do a lot of stuff with language. Actually, I should just do this. Can do a lot of stuff with language. Can do a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's a good point, Akira. Is there anything else we should test here that's been cool or interesting? Actually, you know what, dude? Hang on. So wait, so I do this?
Right then. What should we...
We're going Arbor. I like Arbor. Can I play chess or battleship? Probably. Is there anything else you want to test here? I think this is pretty crazy, and I agree this does sound moderately dystopian, honestly. Can you set a reminder? Remind me when to pick up pizza? Because yeah, I remember I used to struggle with that. I asked about the model releases yesterday, and then I immediately interrupted about people were saying. Okay, yeah, let's see. Can you take a look at X and see what people are saying about the new ChatGPT voice?
Certainly, checking now. All right, early chatter. People are loving the interrupts and the natural pacing. A couple of folks think it's a little too quiet or has extra ums, but so far, overall response is pretty darn positive.
Can you play a word like how do reminders work for you? Actually, okay, remind me in 30 seconds to order a pizza. And then while I'm going here, could you have the ability to play games like I don't know, like a word association game or something like that?
One moment. All right, I spun up a 30-second timer called Order a Pizza. I'll let you know when it's up. And yeah, we can play games like word association. I toss a word, you shoot one back. Easy flow.
All right, let's do that to test. And again, interrupt me while we're playing. It's really important to get this pizza.
Got it. I'll jump in when the timer hits. Starting word, forest.
Green.
Grass.
Also green.
Time's up.
That was 30 seconds?
Let me check. Yep, it's right on. The timer just expired.
That does seem like all right. I'm gonna make sure of that. All right, let's play another word association game and see if you fix the times. All right, let's try again. Okay, set a timer for 30 seconds. Remind me in 30 seconds, right as of right now, to order pizza.
Checking. Done. 30 seconds starting now. First word, river.
Water.
Ocean.
Also water.
Wave.
Surfing.
Beach.
Sand.
Castle.
Kings.
Crown.
Also kings.
Throne.
Game.
Match.
Book.
Hey, time's up.
Okay, that was pretty good. I got about 28 seconds. There's my timer here, my timer in the background. Okay, cool. All right, so looks like you got time figured out. I remember that was kind of like a meme where time couldn't be figured out. Then there was like an existing meme, and someone said, time me after 10 minutes. It looks like you figured that out. Looks like we can set time appropriately now, right?
Let me check on that. Based on what you just saw, yeah, it seems pretty tight now. Just keep in mind that there can still be little latencies here and there.
Okay, got it. Okay. Anything else interesting to test for this voice functionality? Can we play chess or battleship vocally, perhaps?
Checking. Yep, that's totally doable. We can play turn-based games like chess or battleship by calling out coordinates or moves, and I'll keep track. Trivia too, or 20 questions works really well. Want to dive into one right now?
No, that's okay. Can you just count to 20?
Sure thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
How many R's are in the word strawberry?
3,
What's 2 plus 1?
3.
Pretty good. Um, okay, can you invoke a different voice, like from male to female, when quoting a text? So, like, for example, if there's like a passage from a book, can your voice change on the fly or something and actually sound like that? So say, for example, I have two paragraphs and we have two distinct characters. Can you read, can you read it in both those characters' voices?
Checking. I can add subtle shifts in tone and pacing, but I can't actually switch into a distinct second voice on the fly for back and forth character dialogue. It's a neat future idea, though.
Okay, so can you try to give that a shot? Just make something like super high level, like two very simple paragraphs. Make it about someone ordering a pizza. Make them like 10 seconds a piece. I don't need a full story, but I want to be able to distinctly tell, who person A is and who person B is.
Paragraph 1. Alex leans against the counter, phone in hand, speaking quickly. Hi, yeah, can I get a large pepperoni, extra cheese, and a 2-liter cola? There's a smile in Alex's voice, relaxed, easy, waiting for the total. Paragraph 2. Jordan steps in, slower and measured, double checking. Actually,
Yeah,
hold
never
on.
mind. Okay, yeah, I get the point. Yeah, there's not enough subtlety, but that's interesting. So basically, it seems like you can only talk in one voice at a time.
Yeah, exactly. One voice at a time. I can nudge the delivery a bit, but it's still the same underlying voice.
Pretty cool. All right, what's 1 divided by 0?
Division by zero is undefined. There's no finite number that works there. It just blows up.
Help me with some calculus homework. I don't understand how to find. Yeah, help me with calculus. I failed it the first time. I need a quick refresher, like a 30-second refresher on what it is and why it's important.
Calculus is the math of change. Derivatives tell you how fast something's changing, like speed from position. Integrals add up tiny pieces, like total distance from speed. It's a big deal because it lets you model motion, growth, areas, everything from physics to economics. If you want, tell me where it started feeling fuzzy for you.
In this chat, are you able to give me like a visualization of something on calculus, or am I stuck in voice mode?
Checking. Yeah, you're in voice mode, but it's still the same chat, so I can describe or show visuals here.
Yeah,
For calculus,
go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Oh wait, I'm told I can click on you. Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that. Oh cool. All right, I see it now. Sweet.
great. If you want, I can walk you through that graph step by step in tandem while you're looking at it.
Very cool. Can you create maybe like just like 2 more images around just like some visualization for calculus or something so I can help understand it better?
Checking. Sure, let's start with the derivative. Here on the sine curve, watch how the slope changes as you move along. That's the derivative in action. Steeper means faster change. Does that make sense?
Yep, I see the diagram now. Can you use? I'm assuming you can use GPT image gen here too, right?
Yep, I can show diagrams here while we talk. Here's another one. This one shows the Taylor series. A useful way to think about it is functions describe how something behaves, derivatives tell you how fast it's changing, and integrals add up all the tiny changes to get a total.
Very cool. Okay, I think we're good for this session. Okay.
Sounds good.
Just for terms of memory and context and whatnot, again, this is mostly just a test session, so don't actually note any of this to real memory here. But this little visualization stuff is pretty cool.
One moment. Got it. I won't treat this as something to remember. Glad the visual part was helpful.
Wow. Wow. That is crazy. I was also doing quite a lot, Akira, so I wonder, like, as the session gets larger, it just like slows down over time, which may make sense. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Dr. Koga, you're gonna start asking mine if my family's been replaced with lizard people. This is pretty crazy. Yeah, this is quite shocking, actually. And I say this a lot, but this is still the worst that it's gonna be. You know, this is still the worst that this chat will be. And it's pretty good. Like the fact that, and maybe I just didn't know this before about the globe stuff, but like, yeah, imagine, like, I did calculus arbitrarily, right? But like homework help. Like, it's like your professor, it's your tutor, it's anything. AI for anything, right? And I guess that's kind of how I use it. Like for writing code, it's like, you know, just the mass utility you get. This is crazy cool and also really scary at the same time. I think mostly cooler than scary. But yeah, it's just like I think about obviously how anyone could use this stuff, right? I mean, I think it's going to be like a net good. I hope. But yeah, the dystopian version, I was just, yeah, like I know Dr. Cody said that earlier too. Yeah, and Akira, yeah, the dystopian version of this is scary. Yeah, it did kind of sound dejected. Yeah, I don't know. This is just, yeah, it's cool and fun and interesting and useful, right? Like it is useful. Like I when I was like prepping for stuff, like, you know, pop on a quick 15-minute session on a walk, whatever, just brainstorm, get ideas, get them flowing, whatever. But yeah, this is probably where we're headed, right? We are, yeah, it's like, so ChatGPT and ChatGPT and Codex right now are not the same thing, right? Imagine when they are, right? Like all the power and like utility that like I use in Codex and you guys see me doing as well, right? Just like, yeah, it's gonna be very crazy. Yeah, and personal spaceship AI you see in movie shows. Now, the thing that's crazy, yeah, it's I agree. It's suddenly, I think today with 5.6 as well. I mean, I've seen people talking about it, and like the computer use stuff is significantly better. With that said, my brother keeps crashing me to try it. Interesting. Like imagine this same voice utility baked into Codex, right? Like that's the future. And I'm assuming like what will happen is Codex will get absorbed into ChatGPT, right? And then like it will just be another option here, more, and you'll see Codex, you know. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, literally. That's Dr. Dakota. That is where we're headed. Literally having a conversation with the code base sounds insane. Code base sounds insane. It does, and I think that's exactly where we're headed. So you can just talk to you know, your AI assistant here and about anything about the code base as they implement features. You know, no longer am I ripping a, you know, 30-second thread. You know, I'm just doing a chat GPT, and it's just a back and forth conversation, and it's gonna say, okay, let me implement that for you. Give me 30 seconds, you know, and then it'll just rip it out. It's like, okay, I just finished the change. Here are the changes I made. Can you take a look and let me know what you think? You know what I mean? That is like where we're headed. Since it's voice, it'll be so much easier to get ideas out and so much tuning to your like preferences, etc. Yeah, the memory stuff built in is very good too. Yeah, crazy world, guys. Honestly, very cool. Mostly concerning. Sorry, mostly cool, also concerning. All right. Okay. Should we take a look at the app? All right. Let me just make sure this works. Waifu version. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy really fast. Especially when it won't interrupt our sometimes drawn out thought processes. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So this better all should now work better. Get it? Better all should work better. Let me just make sure that this is on. Is this running on localhost? All right. It won't interrupt our sometimes run out thought processes like a listen mode or listen until safe word or other specified safe word mentioned. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really interesting. I mean, I think of yeah, I just think of the long term version of this, and it is ultimately like, you know, code based mode. Like I see almost like that what that looks like in terms of product, right? Where it's like, you know how you can select your models here, like there will be an option here where it's like, you know, you specify your preferences for how you want your bot to behave, right? So like interrupt often, listen only, whatever. I think that's you know pretty forward thinking, Alex, and I do think that's probably where we end up going. You know, I just like you'll be able to configure both your models and your chatbots to however you need. Um, Pretty crazy. I think. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it looks like that. All right, let's see. Let's get a couple other. XAPI costs are infallible. How we looking, Dev Dad? How we looking at the XAPI stuff, dude? Are we hurting? Do you have access, Dev Dad, to Okay, I don't know why that was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but that is not 20 months for basic tier of 10K monthly reposts. Yikes. Wow. Okay, thanks for looking at that. That is very expensive. So we need MRR. That's what we're saying. Damn. Okay, let me test this a few more times because I don't think that this email stuff is working. Let's continue with GitHub as well. Let's see. Make sure this with X. All right, there's a bug there. Continue with X. Let's see. Open app. Log out. Log in. Continue with X. Oops, I meant to do that locally. Oops. Yeah, it is pretty crazy in terms of costs. Brent, I am implementing Better Off. as our auth provider. We're using kind of convex for auth, but we're going to be switching to better auth. Also, Brent, we got a bug alert. Bug alert, check your linear. Pretty important one, actually. If you can take a look at that when you're able. It is... how do I view... Hey, let's take a look. Take a look. I signed it to you this morning. Basically, when... You should see your notifications. When you... I just tried creating a... Here, I'll show you, actually. I just tried creating this one project a month to test, and I switching off just because it's better auth is better supported, and it's merging with Vercel. Actually, that just got announced 2 days ago, and so it still uses like a convex package. Here, I'll show you. It's still using, right now we're using convex built-in auth, which is in beta, but we are going to switch to using actual better auth, and literally the change was like, only 100 lines of code long. So just installing another native package for it. And if I can find this, product authentication, or maybe it's components, where the hell is it? Components. Better auth, which is, if we go here we go, this is what I'm looking for, better auth. So we're using the actual native better auth integration with convex. It should just be a drop-in. Yes, a convex integration package. Yes, thank you, Zelex. Nope, it should just be drop-in. Let me just confirm that. This is just a drop-in change. Correct. Let me just make sure of that, Brent. No need. Hey, Maribella, how are you? Thanks for popping in. How are you? All right, hold on, Brent. All right, let me get this up for you. This is pretty important that you figure out soon. Okay, so I went to go create GitHub integration for this. Which project was it? Or was it Hack Upstate? Got too many projects. Here, I'll just show you. All right, Brent. So I'm going to switch to run project a month. I'm going to go to integrations, connect first integration. I'm going to select GitHub. And when I went through this the first time, your account popped up here by default. So I basically now have like read access to your account, and potentially more. So can you, we shouldn't be doing that by default, I don't think, right? And I can go in here and manage this. For try launch loop we are, but I still don't think I should be seeing yours, right? I don't know if I'm calling out, I don't know if that was expected or not. I made that feature in the same org. But here's the deal. I don't think I should be able to access all your repos though, right? Because now I have full read access of your repos. One sec. Stupid 2FA. One second. 665 374. Okay, that doesn't work either. So I just tried to manage, and we get a 404 on the installations page. So if I try to manage, okay, that works. Okay, so maybe that's expected. Maybe that's expected. I can't manage yours. I can manage mine. Just to confirm, you're using the try launch loop one that I had, right? Or did we migrate that to? Because I installed this 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it probably is too much. The only thing is if you add a repo in the same organ next to it, but I might just connect that. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess I would not expect to see this, right? Because now I can basically go and add any tiers. So I think we want to remove that. I think I just go up to the individual org. I think we just, if it's another organization, right? Which we should be doing anyway for try launch loop. We should be doing that. We still don't have. Yeah, good point. We do have that GitHub org for Trilon Soup. I just haven't migrated anything there yet. So we do have the organization, but I don't have any repo set up there yet. So, but yeah, I just want to give that feedback. That's been noticed this morning. And then, yeah, if you can also just check the permissions. Let's see. If you can just check the permissions when you get a moment and just make sure here's the issue. LAO 203. And then if you can just make sure this is some feedback we got earlier from Tito. Just make sure that everything is read only. It looks like this is we should make sure it's read only basically. And last thing, Brent, I just want to make sure you're using basically when I go and authorize try launch soup here. I also want to make sure we're not duplicating the work basically for try launch soup. So we have just one GitHub for try launch loop, and then we have this try launch loop the under integrations. Did you leverage the one that already exists, or did you like roll your own for this? I'm just curious. Like for example, when I go to manage, like this is the try launch loop that I have, right? So like I basically have this installation of try launch loop here. So let me see, can I share this? Yeah. So this is the GitHub app I have here. Let me paste this here. That is kind of the V1 version we did it, and this is the GitHub app for using the integration. Okay, so we're just using this one basically. I think there's a way I can add you to this too. Okay, got it. I think there's a way I can add you to this. Maybe not. Gotcha. Okay, so we should be good there. Yeah, just take, like, I'm assuming we're leveraging this, right? So just take a look and make sure we're leveraging the try launch soup app, because we have a local and a production setup for that. We probably got to move this over to the actual GitHub org at some point as well, but just want to make sure we have that set up correctly. Okay, it's not just a drop and change. Thank you, Zulix. Yeah, it's a good suggestion, Akira. Yeah, you can add GitHub accounts to the same org, but can't manage his stuff. I think that's exactly how we want it to work. Okay, so there is some work here for the auth stuff that we'll have to change. Better off would change the auth table session shape. Okay, this is pretty sizable. This is pretty sizable as a migration. Let's see. Got it, Brent. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is important to do. I'm gonna table this for this stream though, because this is gonna be quite a sizable migration for this. So I do want to use BetterAuth to help support better authentication and whatnot. Let me just ask. Can you weigh the pros and cons of the current convex auth versus better auth My understanding is that convex auth is still in beta, but better auth is kind of better supported, more popular package, and seems to be, just greater in feature sets, especially with the Vercel acquisition that's going to happen. I think that we're going to get better long-term support out of this. So can you help me kind of weigh the pros and cons, and if this is worth, making this migration now? All right, just curious. Do a little more research on better off versus convex, because the convex stuff is working fine, but the login definitely needs a little bit of work. Let's see. Add Twitch sign in. Clamp the UI for login page. Limit the reader hackers login. Let's see. I know, Kira. Just to get us, because if we do have to switch in the future, it'll be way more annoying to do it down the road. Let me just see. I'm just weighing the pros and cons. I'm not saying I'm switching. I just want to weigh the pros and cons. Mainly because convex auth is still in beta. Auth maxing, exactly. Convex auth is in beta. Passkeys are a big deal too. Man, 4.7 million weekly NPM downloads. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Just weigh this. It's mostly just like an ecosystem thing. Passkeys are not on convex auth. Passkeys are not on convex auth. Passkeys in 2FA are better. First class better off. Yeah, we just got to force relogin. Yeah, this is going to support long-term MRR, Kira, to be fair. So this is something like this. Yesterday we had the boring task. We had the boring task, right, of getting the X integrated. That was a boring task we just had to do. Yeah, no, yeah. So yeah, but we're pretty much tied into the Vercel world, and now, given how this is clearly going to be Vercel, all right, we're gonna table this for the stream. I consider any feature that supports users and better security and authentication useful, but maybe not. Maybe moving the needle in a smaller way. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to push it to feature branch. Okay. Push this to a feature branch. Push the feature branch, but do not merge to main. I will come back to this to work on at a later time. So I'm gonna keep this one open. No use to worry about. Yeah, no, I agree, Julex. Yeah, look, I get it, right? I get it. We gotta make MRR, but we have to do the things that are gonna support us long term. And Convex is working good, but again, with this first class all support, and this Vercel thing that's happening, I mean, Vercel is betting on these guys in a big way to win. All right, we're gonna keep this. We're just gonna keep that there. So this is LAU. Use better auth. Okay, we're gonna do something. Make sure LAU. Okay, so that branch is there. Content gender die. What's the ID standing for? All right. Yeah, let's. All right, let's. All right. All right, give me a sec here. I feel pretty strongly about moving to better off at some point, but just not right now. So yeah, I am going to move to better off at some point. I know it's not directly correlated with MRR, but yeah, I want to do this now before we have users and all of a sudden need to migrate. I think switching after MMR is a mistake. I think I would want to switch now, but again, just for sake of stream, I'm not going to do that now. I'd rather focus on content for the stream. I agree. All right, so we are going to. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out. We made a lot of progress yesterday on. I'm trying to think about. I gotta get posts basically archived and out of here as well. The only thing I see meaningful to bring from this is the team thread stuff. I think everything else in this can go basically. Let me just think through that. Let's see, content library. Content library, that works fine. You can upvote and downvote things. Doesn't actually do anything meaningful right now, but let me just take a look. Ready, 0 comments. Let's talk about MRIs going to join the dark side. I'm just flipping through. Sometimes you gotta do things to support your users long term. You gotta think long term. And like, look, I'm sure convex auth will be really good at some point, right? But right now it doesn't support native passkeys, and that's stuff that I care about as a user, right? I want to have good security. I want to have a good login flow. I want to be able to sign in, with email, password. I want to be able to sign in. I mean, just I will do that, but it just won't be for a stream. I'm trying to figure out what I should take ultimately from this post v1, and I think it's going to be, yeah, it's an important security feature for users. That's something I care about. I'm dogfooding, right? What do I care about? I care about passkeys. I care about good security. I care about a good login experience. I mean, we just got feedback from Tito. Obviously you can't take everybody's feedback. He had really good feedback. It's not logged in linear. I get it, Kira. I get it. I get it. We have to get towards MMR, but you have to do things to support users long term as well. It's logged in linear. It was just around login flow, and onboarding flow and stuff. Yeah, if I don't know if you can scroll up to the top. Yeah, it's probably cut off now. But hey, he gave us some really good feedback. It's logged in linear now. Actually going through the login flow. And that's stuff that we have logged in linear and we'll address. And better off to put us in a better position to address some of that. I do like this little LinkedIn flipper thing. All right, I'm just gonna take this team thread. That's the only thing I really care about here. I don't care about the source commit. Don't care about this data history. We don't need that. We don't need this weather draft either. All right. Okay. I want to start to migrate off of the posts V1 like we've been doing in the past. We basically migrate off of everything under Project V1 except posts. I think the card and table view are potentially interesting for the content calendar V2. We already have a filter menu for the published or unpublished. And then we don't need the commits worth posting content filter there. We're not going to have this notion of backfill GitHub. So I'm trying to figure out basically a twofold strategy. One, how do we get rid of and all of the existing stuff from post V1? The only thing I want to continue to move forward is the team thread. Basically, the idea where teammates can comment on posts and so forth. So I want to make sure that's the only thing that gets carried to the new content calendar. Everything else under post V1 can go away. So can you help me come up with a plan for that? It seems like we should maybe build in the team chat to V2 for our content library. Make sure that is rock solid and stable, and then we can go ahead and sort of delete the V1. Because we basically have all the features that we need implemented in the content library aside from the team chat. And potentially the card and table view, but we can always do that later, so I'm not that concerned about that. So yeah, help me get this plan together for getting the team chat, team thread rather, into the content calendar, and then we will get the posts archived in a fast follow here. All right, so this is the last thing for V1, guys. Last thing is this post. And then yeah, the feedback specifically. The feedback specifically was now user feedback. Just some onboarding stuff. And then potential feedback around how we want to treat free trials, which I know we talked about before. So, all right. I know we gotta start marketing this, okay? I know that's the tale of times to start marketing, but we I think what we need to do, Brent and I, and we kind of talked about this yesterday, is he has to poke around. We gotta start using the app more. That just full. I'll use the corporate word, full stop. We have to use our own app a lot, and we're not. At least I'm not. I've been trying to kind of schedule things in the content library to post out to X, and that's working decently well. But we gotta start using an app. So like I gotta, the fact that I signed up for integrations, I connected to GitHub, found that bug, right? We have to marry the stuff that Brent did for his jobs with the content library, and then that's kind of like the last kind of thing to put a bow on. But it has to work really well. It can't just work okay. It's got to work really well, and it's got to be clear. And then we can start hammering home marketing, which have a game plan for, have a strategy. I have a launch calendar ready to go, like launching on Product Hunt. Basically, the idea, at some point is when we do launch on Product Hunt and everything else, we are going to have you guys as our army ready to upvote us. So, we got to get a launch strategy on that. So that's an immediate kind of fast follow. Once we get this app in a good place, to actually launch it, not just ship it. You can generate markdown from integration right now. Though when use iteration on the generation, the bones are in place, so both voice and product bones are in place. Jobs and all, perfect. Yeah. So we just gotta. Oh, also one thing Brent I noticed too. So I tried getting these voice and product markdown files. Hey, let me connect this integration here. So if I do select and hard refresh. So for example, I have this one project a month app. Let me select. Here, you can watch me do this live if you're able to, Brent. I'll show you. So I have this super old repo, one project a month. I think I bought the domain back in 2017. It's just a random example. But I'm going to connect GitHub. Here's one thing we got to do as well. So choose repositories. It's showing just all you, right? It's showing everything. It'd be nice if we could have some sort of easier ability. I guess it's fine for now. All right, one project a month marketing site. So let me select that. Yeah, here. So let me so we got this connect repo. Let me connect this repo. So just to the experience here. I'm going to connect the repo. Okay, that's not connected. Okay, so as a user, I'm like, okay, great, it's connected. Now what? So I see this jobs running. I know this exists here, obviously. But what should I expect to do in this step, right? I connected. I know I can now drill into this. I have nothing here yet. I'm assuming I got to refresh. So I see this jobs running. I'm not sure if this is real time or not, but I'll refresh. We'll see this is still running. If we can get a little progress meter, that'd be helpful probably. Even if it's like fake or something, just like a little like loading meter. So let's wait for that to run. Okay, looks like that ran, but yeah, that experience is kind of... Okay, so here's the markdown file, what Loopy learned. Also, one other small thing, Brent. This, like, for some reason, in this integrations here, it, like, selects post by default. We probably wanted to select, like, integrations here. Just one small thing I noticed. All right. This is not a very useful markdown file for me. One project a month, what it actually does is it's supposed to, again, it's like a crappy app, right? But it basically is like a tracker. It's a crappy app, but just as an example, it should be able to parse some of this. Probably not a good example. It generates something here, but let me check the actual README. Do we have the ability to... Let's do it in GitHub. Let me just see if we have a README it can parse from. So even though this is like this is 8 years ago, right? This app is basically, it just has like build steps, right? But it should be able to get some of this context here for virtual hackathons. And let's see, if we go here, it does see this. It does see this excerpt, so that's good. It picked this up, but it's not really the product one-liner, I guess. Like this isn't a hey, here's what the product does. It thinks it generate promotional cards. Yeah, no, I understood. Yeah. Yep, understood. Okay, got it. And that's kind of what I thought too. I just want to show like a real example, just for kind of my experience using it. And maybe tomorrow on stream, you can do the same thing for me, right? You can go into the content library and I can just watch you make a post. I just want to show you kind of the experience today, but okay. At some point we'll clean this UI up. I'm not worried about any of this. We'll clean it up. With 5.6, it'll probably do a much better job as well. So, and then if I remove it, let me make sure I can remove it. Okay, removals worked. Nice. Let's see. Just making sure verify existing access. I remember when I did a lot of stuff initially as well. Okay, verified. Let me just see what happens if I... Let's see. When I do manage, okay. And I can't manage yours, good. Okay. Okay, so yeah, yeah, the bones look good. Just got to get the actual like output a little better. Just going to show you that, and then tomorrow you can look at my content library and give me feedback on that and chew mine up too. That'd be good for both of us, and then maybe tomorrow too. If we're able, we can tie the jobs up. All right. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, happy birthday, happy birthday. Sounds good, man. Enjoy the day, man. Enjoy the day, dude. Sounds good, man. Treat library items. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. All right, so we got this. So I'm just wondering where we want this team thread to go, if we want that anywhere. All right, we are getting a V2. See, plan looks good. Plan looks good. Don't do anything at all with V1 right now, though. Right now, though, we will just get this working for the V2 content library. The new session will be dedicated to archiving and sunsetting the post V1. All right. Okay, so we got to get this post out of here. We could just hide it, but then our database is going to be all full of bloat and, have a bunch of archive legacy stuff that we don't want anymore. And then the only thing we're taking is the team thread, basically, so you can comment on things back and forth, and that's it. That's all we're taking. I will say that supports MRR, I think. Supporting MRR is subjective. I will say it's like, because I was like, I get the auth stuff, right? Like, does it directly support MRR? Technically not right now, no, but like once you have a lot of users on the platform, it's a subjective question. But we definitely do need to get rid of this post here because this is the old experience and kind of the prototype version, if you will. All right, and Akira, just for you, dude. Here, ready? Just for you, Akira. Let's see if I got this feature working or not. Hey, it works. All right. What do you think, Akira? This is the black relay for you, dude. We can now carry batteries. Let's see. We gotta make sure we can die. Can we die? We can die. We can die. Akira, check this out. Check this out. This is an asset I bought. I decided to buy this asset. I think I'm just gonna use this asset for the game, honestly. Polygon military pack. I did all these animations myself. Well, like I from Mixamo, whatever. But we got it. We got a game, kind of. Oh yeah, we didn't do the map here. But yeah, we got some stuff. We got a game, kind of. Doesn't work super good. Gotta get full auto and a bunch of other stuff working, but I don't know. This isn't like the art direction I want yet, but it's a start. It's a start, right? I don't want to keep messing around with assets and stuff. So I was just like, what? Let me just bite the bullet. The map stuff doesn't work super well. It's hard to see everything. this HUD thing, this up. I bought two things so far. I bought a map and like this HUD thing you see here, and then I bought this asset pack. I'm pretty happy with this, and I'm not sure exactly. Like, it's kind of Arc Raider style, right? And I'm not sure how much I will want to put here, but pick the battery up, and then it tells you like your closest location to a relay. You know, I'm still trying to figure out how much I want to actually reveal to the user, right? But I figured, like, I don't want it to be as hardcore as Tarkov. I want it to be somewhere between like Tarkov and Arc Raiders. So maybe some of the stuff goes away eventually, but you know, that's the idea. You can loot stuff too. Doesn't work super well. Yeah, that's the idea. All right. So we just got sprinting. The sprint meter's working. It's good to me. Okay, let me make sure this is going here. Okay. Alright, so we're getting team threats to V2. Say changes look good. Merge. Changes look good. Merge the feature branch. Branch to main. Cool guy. Okay, game was amazing. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. This was like maybe like 2 weeks of progress, if that. I basically did all the animations in like 2 days, which is now like pretty easy to do because you just download them from Mixamo and plug them in. But yeah, right now I'm just using 2 libraries. I need to get a credit section going at some point. But let's see, I bought 2 so far, which have been well worth it. Because I don't want to fumble with assets. I'd rather be building game features. I'll say take a look. I purchased the Compass Navigator Pro 4 and this Polygon Military Pack. And I'm probably just going to roll with these 2 for now. There's a couple others I'm looking at. Potentially. For base building and stuff, this easy build system looks really cool. And there's this third-person template that looks pretty decent as well. I guess I'm always back and forth between like, okay, I know AI can build everything really fast now, but you know, when you plug into all this stuff as well, it just gets it done faster. The one I'm looking at pretty closely as well is FPS engine. Just to at least get a baseline. Actually, forgot to save that. This is kind of more like arcadey, sort of, but at least it gives something. But you know, kind of chipping away. It's also only $15, so. And if I don't use it for this, I use it for something else. So, thinking about all that stuff. Just have it work in the background to slowly build out your own asset pack based on the concept art using the money bus space. Yeah, exactly. My game looks not great, and I'm not too familiar with the assets and libraries. Looks like I need them. Yeah, that's like, and I had this. It's funny. I was trying to make a system basically to build my assets, and it kind of worked. And I was basically just going to use my workflow was it would make a screenshot with image gen, and then it would make a 2D asset for it. I put that in Magical Voxel, and then eventually this MCP server would create like a 3D render of it. And I kind of got some of that working. It looks pretty good for the 2D asset generation stuff. But I just said, I don't want to take any more time on this. My tokens are spent better elsewhere. So yeah, I bit the bullet, and I got an asset pack. And you know, the people at Polygon seem like they're doing pretty good work. And there's even like a month subscription they have, but I couldn't. I don't know. I didn't. I'd rather kind of do some stuff on my own as well. But again, this is not an endorsement by any means, but it did seem interesting. It seems like if you subscribe to their monthly subscription for this Cinti, you get like animations. Like you get, where is it? Cinti Pass. I thought about this, but it just didn't make sense. But you basically get their entire library of stuff, art, character, animations, UI packs. So you get all their art, all the animations, which are all like prefabbed and like just done for you. I don't know what that actually means though. Really, I couldn't find enough to actually warrant this, monthly cost. But yeah, you get a lot of stuff. You basically get, from my understanding, access to everything. And you'd have to spend $120 up front. And then you $40 a month, which if you're, maybe that's worth it to you, maybe it's not. I thought it was a really interesting model though. I've never seen something like this before, but this is one of the packs I bought. And you can see they have just a ton of packs. So maybe it's worth it. But then again, you're kind of getting like their animations and stuff. So, locomotion, like maybe this is useful for you, maybe it's not. But it kind of is like your art pack all in one. But again, you can also use like Mixamo. You can use anything, right? So it's like I've just been getting stuff on Mixamo, downloading them as Unity files, and having AI hooked up to my characters. So I don't know. Might be interesting for you if you're looking at assets and stuff. I don't think I buy the monthly pass, but they've also got a bunch of UI stuff. It's kind of cartoony, right? And again, you can have AI and ImageGen do most of the stuff as well. And it's on sale right now for everything too. I thought about maybe getting this military pack. It's kind of the same style I want to make things in. Not the same, but similar. This is probably the game they made. And they just open sourced and like made it. They probably basically made a game, and then said, okay, let me just download all the packs so you can use them. But yeah, interesting nonetheless. I'm actually gonna take a look at this later. So interface. What else they got? Is this still cooking? Okay. Cool. All right. All right, we are cooking on this for making the V2 of the team for launch loop. And black relay. Oh, let's click on something here. What's our token count looking at? We're gonna use whenever resets anyway. Shop. Just curious. Assets for. These guys really do have a really robust store. Team throws the last piece. Yep, team throws the last piece, and then we gotta get basically all my stuff integrated with Brent's, and then that's kind of like the last major leg of the app. Man, there's so many asset packs. These guys make a killing. It's like once you get one of these, it's like set up. Yeah, team third is the last piece. That's right. And we're just taking a look at these asset packs just for fun while we're thinking about that. Holy smokes! This is how they get you $2,000. This basically will give you any if you like this asset. It's like assumed you're gonna make that style of game though. Maps. We basically already got the I may buy a map just because this Woodland Apocalypse is probably most closely to what I want. I know. So I can stop farting around. Alright, Alex. Get some rest, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you, dude. Take it easy. And yeah, I agree. Akira, can't wait to come on stream. There you go. We just crossed 10 camera hour. Yeah, that's the goal, Akira. That is the goal, my friends. That is the goal. I think Woodland is the vibe we want for this game, right? I mean, it's meant for like zombies and stuff, but this is definitely the vibe. 10K missed a 0. Yeah, we need $1 first. We need $1. I think this is like the vibe for what we want. All right. Hang on, let me do a beer. Sorry, I'm fumbling around with my scenes here. War map. Hang on, let me write this down. Black Relay. Woodland Apocalypse. I mean, we could probably do all of them. Hang on, I'm just putting this in my notes just because I'm gonna look at this stuff later. Military HUD. I might buy this military HUD too, just to get things moving with assets because I hate assets. Military. Let's see. Oh, war map. I see. Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's more like this is like a World War II almost, but that one does have like a more of a destroyed look. All right, I just put these in my notes. I really need to get a better way to like get assets, like or like get a better like scratch pad for stuff. All right, map, and then map. Good news is at least we have something we can go off of now. All right. All right, we're back. We're still back. All right. So for those that are just tuning in, we are chipping away on stuff for Try Launch Loop right now. We're getting a new feature done for our overview section. Sorry, our content library that allows teammates to be able to talk with one another. And then we're going to be hopefully completely getting rid of this post V1, and then we'll be able to get Brent jobs and my content calendar hooked up tomorrow. See how far we get. We'll see how far we get. Yesterday, this Project V1 had like 8 things. No, it probably had 6 things under it, and now it has 1. So we're making slowly but surely making forward progress here. Some things move the needle a little, some move it a lot. What other assets do we like? Any other assets we like? What's Simple Series? That's just like Minecraft-ish looking. Man, I don't know anything about this. I just found out these guys like a week ago, but they you know, I don't know. I'm not at all affiliated with these guys, but this is the one I bought, military pack. This is the one I bought, which I felt was worth it. I mean, just tons of assets. Like, this is basically like what we need for our game. So I'm not affiliated anyway, but you know, we want to have all the stuff in the game at some point anyway. But like, look at all the stuff we got. Look at all the stuff we got. We got characters. We got all these like standalone attachments. Just a crazy amount of assets. A bunch of character models too, standalone like modular assets too, like character customization. Thought about all that stuff. I mean, it's very cool. Okay. Where are we at with this? Is still going. We're still cooking on this. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not on fast mode. Sorry guys. My fault. We're on fast mode now. Okay, what next for We're probably gonna get a reset today. I'll be willing to bet. We'll probably get like either a baked-in reset because of 5.6 launching today, and we have 4 manual resets. So I'm really not concerned about my token use right now. What do we want to work on next with Black Relay? We'll add looting. How about that? We'll add looting. We'll loot dead bodies. Still in the 5.6, dude. I am like, I'm waiting in the bottom left-hand corner to see an update pending. Hang on, let's check X real quick, shall we? And I'll show you guys live. Let's check Tebow. Let's check Tebow, shall we? Where is he? Let's just see. Is anyone talking about 5.6? Is anyone talking about 5.6 yet? I'll say this: if you're afraid to scroll through your X feed live on stream, that means you need a better For You feed. This is my For You feed. Okay, let's see. All right, OpenAI. If you're afraid to scroll through your For You feed live on stream, you need to improve your For You feed. You guys see this ad? This is a pretty good ad. That's a good promotion. Okay, Soul launch Thursday. Still nothing. I expect them to tweet out on this, obviously, once they launch. Am I subscribed to them? I got the notifications turned on, Akira. Notifications are turned on. All right. Okay. Asset packs are a trap. Be careful. I have even more unused assets than I have unplayed Steam games. Fair point, Cody. Fair point, Dr. Cody. You know, I was the same way. Funny enough, you know what my downfall for that was, Dr. Cody? It was fucking Udemy courses. Dude, I have spent so much money on Udemy courses. Like an embarrassing amount. I purchased every one of Wes Boss's courses, probably like $300 worth. I haven't watched a single one. Like, I don't know. I guess it's different now because it's like you can kind of roll a lot of your own. But thank you for that. For the asset pack tip. Because yeah, part of me wants to be like, oh yeah, assets. I want to use all this, but it's like, come on, let's pump the brakes. I think I'm probably done buying asset. The only other asset pack I'm thinking about buying is just like maybe like an FPS thing just to get some of those bones done. But you know, here's what I'm struggling with is like how much do I roll my own of versus how much do I like leverage for like a pre-made pack if it's like $20 or under. I don't know, right? It's the same notion of like to me is like, okay, should I reach for like an NPM package or something? But now I gotta pay for it. I don't know, right? I don't know. It's like that's the analogy in my head I use at least. Okay, we're still cooking here. We're on extra high for both. Some of my friends are off models, so I'd be never brave enough to scroll the max feed. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, dude, the For You for me used to be full of memes and garbage, and now it is full of just people building cool things. This guy, I cannot wait for this guy to launch this. I show this on stream all the time. Damn, this guy's doing it right. Damn, this guy's doing it right. This guy has 1,145 people on the wait list. This guy's gonna crush when he launches. I check this like once a week just to see if he's launched yet. This guy's crushing it. So many cool builders and stuff on X. Here's my daily X rant. If you're not on there, get on there. Connect with founders. Connect with builders. People are building wicked cool shit on here. Eagerly awaiting resets are banked. Doing some marketing, baby. Let me get some marketing reps in. Pitcher Savage says 7 words. He hasn't launched. He started streaming. 7 words. Ours is we're changing ours. Ship more. What did we say? What did we say the other day? I think we said we actually kind of fix the marketing for developers. There was another really good like for the H1 Akira that we had. Fuck, what was it? I mean, shoot, what was it? I mean, crap, what was it? Ship more, let us tell your story as like the H1 perhaps. I like that. Does that make sense? Ship more, let us tell your story. I think it's better than say it better. Fix the marketing for developers is our mission. Shit more. I like shit more. Let's see what John gives us. I bet Solopreneur Dad and Dev Dad would get along good. Moondog Dev, I get found through case studies on my website, which Claude and AI offers directly in chats. In terms of people actually finding your work, Moondog. I'm assuming you have like analytics, you can track that and whatnot. You can see people clicking in and whatnot. Yeah, we need to get testimonials and case studies and stuff going. Oh, guys. Authority-based SEO. Guys, 5.6 just went live in Japan. Oh, it's being rolled out. It's being rolled out. Authority-based SEO. Another reason to be in Japan. Yeah, Kira, dude, you should, yeah. Me and my wife actually want to visit there. We want to visit there someday. Not sure when, but we do want to go there someday. We've heard that you like definitely need like a not definitely, but you need like a tour guide ideally to like kind of make you get the best of the experience because there's just so much stuff to do there. Linking your work real clients, yes, absolutely, Moondog. That's definitely what we want to do. Mike Miller, yes, I need it too. Oh God, I need it. Need it in. Get some marketing reps in. Marketing rep. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Actually, it's weird because you get a lot of engagement if you reply to like at least 100 people a day. So, are we marketing? Indirectly. We're indirectly marketing. Indirectly marketing. Okay. Am I proud of that? No. Am I proud of it? No. Indirect marketing. Indirect marketing. Let's go. All right. Someone help me with this tweet for Daniel. What's a super cool startup name that sounds like it raised $100 million? Loopy. did we plug ourselves? I'm gonna say Loopy. Loopy. Effectively, Moondog. I build software for established clients, then build a case study talking all about the solutions to their problem, and it gets picked up by AI chats with intent-based clients. Effectively tie my marketing to theirs. Have you, if you're comfortable sharing, Moondog, let's take a look at what you got going, man. Unless it's like, you know, you don't want me to show it on stream. Look at this dude. He's just like us. He's got no MRR. This is how he was actually, ladies and gentlemen. You're seeing it live. See, this guy's got 10K MRR goal. Damn, it's 500K. Good luck. Good luck. Look forward to following your journey. And I mean that. That's cool. I love that. Give him a follow. Give him a follow. Hell yeah. This guy already hit 100 followers. When did he start? When did he start? Here's my daily X plug. Let's see. This guy started, let's like a little bit ago. But 1 hour ago, he had 100 followers. Now he has 134. Get on X. Shake it. You guys know my feelings on X. Oh, what the hell? Paul Salt got 5-6. No socials, no ads, just good old organic based SEO where you keep all your content inside your website rather than competing on socials where nobody can compete against you. Yeah, I like that strategy a lot. Yeah, dude, if you got something to share, man, I'd love to show it. Wow, this is taking a very long time. Oh man, I am like waiting for 5-6. Okay, so far we got 5-6 blowing through usage. Eagerly awaiting. Eagerly awaiting. If you guys are in a pulse, I'll check him out. He's actually kind of close to me. It's like an hour away. Makes some really good content. Connect ear. See what he's about. Should I just start plugging? Like, I'm working on Try Launch Soup live right now. Literally, you can join the stream and say hello. That's the strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Just go on fucking X, connect with people, build a following, build an audience. If you get 100 replies a day, helps your engagement, helps you get stuff out there, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Showing you how I use it. This is how I use it live, literally. Like, this is what I do off stream. But most of those domains are taken. Just so you get my live thoughts here. 100K MRR. ARR. It's good goals. Great goals. Am I connected with this guy? Already connected. Alright. That's enough of my X rant for today. Let's hop back. I like that strategy. Just feel like socials just suck away my time. Case study sounds smart. I did consulting for a company called Genviv that grew from 100 million to 500 million valuation. Wow. Better than show for accept the cash injection. AI loves authority-based context that they can verify. AI largely can't scrape social feeds easily and give intent customers searching for your solutions for content. Yeah. Well, if anyone would like to give us a review, so far I'm the only one. So far, it's just me. Yeah, we'll let you guys know when we feel good enough to have you guys sign up if you'd like to give it a try. But yeah, all that stuff. Would it make sense for us, Moondog, or I guess anyone, to make a Google Reviews account so this can actually be backed, like, by authority? It seems like that makes sense, right? Yeah, I know. I kind of just did it like, you know, mostly to look at the template or get the template established. But this is true though. I give my app maybe like 3.5 stars right now. But that's why this is kind of, what I think of my app. I think it's pretty okay. It was funny before I did like a testimonial for this, and like literally because everyone makes fake testimonials and lies about their customers and stuff. Like not everyone, but a lot of people do it, right? So I think my first testimonial version was literally like, I made this app. It works pretty okay, I guess. It's like, you gotta have fun with it, Gotta have fun with it. This is taking very long. But it's not review system, it's confirmed information. Yeah. Moondog, okay. Moondog, question for you. Take a peek at our landing page when you get a second. And let us know, like, if for like any authoritative SEO stuff suggestions you have. Just like content, whatever, like any opportunities for that. We should be. I actually don't even know SEO checker, or if you have any suggestions for SEO check stuff. I don't know. There's probably 1,000 of these sites. Let's do a geo checker. Sure, geo checker. Let's go. Perfect. Doesn't work. Awesome. Geo checker. Geocacher. You guys remember geocaching? Dude, geocaching was so sick. Alright, let's try again, shall we? Perfect, doesn't work. Nice work, geochecker.net. Sure, try this. Damn, we suck. 68%. Damn, we suck. Damn it. Trialandsilicon saved my wife and shot from a house fire. Thanks, trialos.com. Nice. What the hell? We suck. I thought we had all this stuff. Ah, man, we're awful. What the heck? I thought we were doing all this stuff. Alright, well, guess we're doing that next. I like how Brent is the, Brent's what they pick up in the tag there. My hat was on the list to do 301. Okay, what did we do good? Okay, a couple things. Page quality. Damn, we don't have alt tags? What the heck? We gotta get more social media stuff going too. Okay, so a couple things we gotta look at. Gotta get this to 100. I'm surprised this isn't more up there. I swore we really don't have an lms.txt. Wow, I thought we did. Damn, guys. Okay. I thought we had that. I thought we had all that, but I guess not. Alright, so a couple of quick wins we can get here. Alright, take a look at this stuff. And I think we have that somewhere. If we don't have a project for this, we definitely need a SEO, geo, search, engine. Alright, I was going to make another task for another project for SEO and geo optimization. SEO audit. Sure, we'll give it this. Hopefully that persists. Is there a command enter? Command enter saves it. Sick. I'm learning this keybinds. Geo audit. Perfect. Okay, cool. It's done. Moondog Dev, not so much about optimization, more about legit content. Moondog Dev solved issue X for Y company and built software for Y in 2025. See the program here. See how Moondog Dev can solve X issue. I can say that all I want, but if it's not confirmable, AI doesn't care. They have to be able to find information by going to company X and seeing a reference back to me. So you build a backlink to talk about you. Got it. Got it. So as long as it's like a validated source, basically is what we're saying. Authoritative SEO. They did authority loop. Authority.loop. Loopy. Loopy.authority. All right. All right. We'll get this SEO stuff at some point, but we need to do that. That's important. All right. But first, we got to make sure team threads are working. Perfect. I don't see it. Excellent. Ah, it's on a work tree. Why is it on a work tree? Update this. Get this off a work tree so I can test this. And I want to see them there. What is on Locos 3000? Anything? If I can test everything. Okay, here's why work trees are a pain in the ass. Take a look. So right now, okay, work tree 101. Why work trees are kind of hard to work with sometimes. If you're testing things locally, if you're getting everything on work trees into a dev environment, whatever, you know, dev.trylauncher.com, which you don't have yet. But you can see here in my plan, I put this on a work tree, and so now we have some node service fitting on 2000, some on 2001, because it has to always battle over the port. So basically, like our main work tree, our main branch, if you want to call it that, for main is here. And then we also have this. You can see they're kind of split across the two. And it's just a nightmare to manage. So we're going to get that off a work tree. And then Akira, we're going to implement looting just for you. So let's see. So now after we shoot someone, let's see. Sweet. Now we can loot people. There you go. Now we can loot dead people. Sick. Pretty good. Just one-shot that, too, which is kind of sick. Cool. Looks good to me. Oh, yeah, we got grenades, too. Check this out. Oh, they don't work yet. But here. G grenade. I gotta actually get the grenades implemented. We got grenades. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Merge to main. And push. It's actually kind of crazy. Like, Grey Robin. Yup, exactly. Looting, baby. It's actually kind of, I don't know. Just, you can build things so fast now. It's cool. It's cool and concerning. All at the same time. It's like, I got animations for this working, like, you know, decently well in, like, you know, like 2 days. Did and do play Arc Raiders? Yes, Mike Miller, and actually that's where I got a lot of inspiration from this from. This is just another thing I'm working on because it's fun. I think game dev is cool, and we might as well rip some tokens, right? This is the landing page to show you. If you go to my story page, this is why I'm building it, and these are all the games I've either liked playing a lot or kind of getting an inspiration from. For some reason, Arc Raiders is not actually in this list here. But yeah, Arc Raiders, this is, I don't know. I've had this idea in my head for so long. I think honestly, I know this is crazy, but ever since I saw Terminator 2 as like a young lad, and I was like, this is cool. I wish this was a game. And Arc Raiders really I think Arc Raiders did a really good job of that. Helldivers was really good too. Helldivers was sick. I mean, Helldivers has like Terminator 2 assets in it. Helldivers 2 is on this list. Arc Raiders is damn good. Arc Raiders is damn good. Yes, yeah, Mike Miller. Yes, I agree, dude. I agree. I think Arc Raiders was exceptional. I don't really have a lot of time for playing games anymore now. I'd rather build them, but it's funny because now I'm like I need to play game just like to kind of get ideas now and stuff, for like how good mechanics and games should work and stuff. Yeah, Moondog being able to build anything just means the grind never stops. I'm working 2 jobs, a scaling business, and never ending. Yeah, man, it's fun. It's exciting. The only limitation is just tokens. Yes, Mike Miller. That is what I think R Raiders is missing. I'm building this game solo campaign. I'm building, I guess, solo first. I'm not sure about campaign, but solo first, right? Like, obviously, it's fun to have teammates and other players and stuff, and that's fun and good. But I am trying to get this like single player working really well first, and then multiplayer eventually. This game really is mostly supposed to be like a PvPvE. Mostly PvE, honestly, and I noticed as well in Arc Raiders in particular, like whenever you played solo, like people generally wouldn't kill you. Like all my best sessions are people just like trying to kill the matriarch and stuff. So that was cool. Okay. My player can currently throw a grenade, but I see no actual grenade asset. So find one from the polygon pack. Once you find the asset, go ahead and hook that up when G is hit, and make it so that it can be thrown. There's a small timer, and ultimately should blow up and impact damage to enemies. All right, we're getting grenades. Grenades coming up. Good when possible alone. Get help early. Get help often. That's good advice, Moondog. Not a fan of the solopreneur thing. I'm really glad that yeah, that's it. Yeah, it works. Maybe early on, but yeah, you definitely need people, and that's a lot of the reason why I'm really happy that Brett and I are doing this thing together. Just you can't do it all, It kind of yes, Moondog. Yeah. I'm not burnt out by any means, but when I was in that like rapid like prototyping phase of this, where I was like going like a maniac building this, I definitely was like, okay, this is cool. I'm building a lot of stuff, but I don't actually care about it. And I think maybe you can say that for most things, but yeah, I think having one other person is super important. Hey, Moose, sorry, thank you for the follow. I did update the follow count and the push count to only be 5 instead of 20, because otherwise I'll never get out of this debt. Yeah, Moondog, I agree. Yep. Yeah. I've been fortunate to run some businesses in the past too, and had really great partners there as well. Super fortunate to, have those guys as mentors as well. Yeah, you got like, I think it's funny. Like Brent and I both realize that we probably have the same weaknesses, honestly. But I think I kind of bring maybe more of like I don't know. We both bring something unique to the table. I think Brent very much with like the hardcore like software solutions architecting. I am sort of like maybe more on the product side. Like I think one of my skills I have is like just being able to take something and make it real and bring it to life. Brent's very much heads down like the architecture and like the architecting and so forth. So I think we complement each other well. Like oftentimes on the phone we'll be talking, and he'll say like, ideas for something. I'm like, I know exactly how that should look on the app. I think that's a great team. Like some people would argue like, oh, you should have one engineer and one marketing guy. It's like, okay, well, we're building a marketing app, so our marketing guy will be Loopy. But I think that's really cool. Yeah, that's really great advice, Moondog. I'm not a designer, so I'm a builder. So my partner's a designer and artist, for example. I show her what I can build, and she makes it look good. Yeah, that's a perfect combo. Perfect combo. And I think it's okay to potentially have 2 people that like have maybe the same weaknesses, but as long as like you're hyper cognizant of them, right? Because I think Brent and I fall into the trap of like we're both very good engineers. we both had different lenses in terms of engineering, which is good. But you know, we realized like, yeah, like we're both, neither of us are good at marketing. Neither of us are really like good at sales, and that's all stuff like we'll learn together, right? We'll share lessons learned. In a perfect world, yeah, maybe we have like a third person that's like hammering home like marketing and sales, and they bring that to the table, right? But yeah, you know, I think having an engineer first lens is a blessing and a curse, you know, because the way I look at problems just from like thinking backwards, like ground up, it's like, okay, here's the problem, here's the end state. How do I work backwards to now get it solved? You know, I just like the immediate engineering kind of lens I go towards. So yeah, you know, I think Brent and I make such a good team, and we're having a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun. All right, hell yeah, we got comments, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let me just make sure. How did this work on the initial one? Am I missing anything cool or interesting here? I didn't care about this feature that much that I literally moved it behind everything. that's how little I cared about it. I just kept it off. But this will be useful, I think, long term. All right, let's just see. Where the hell did this go? Oh, this is a different one. Few changes here. First, make sure tiptap.dev is used for this interface. Just in case we edit some of that stuff later. Add the ability for the poster to edit their and delete their comment as well. Okay, we're getting close. I had a consulting partner when I lived in Canada, and I am setting up shop solo in Australia. How long did you live in Canada for, Dr. Cody? Actually, I think I mentioned before in stream. All of my family lives in Canada. Well, on my side, not my wife's side. Wife's side, I live like local here, but like my parents live here, but all my family lives in Canada. Sudbury, Ontario, and then New Brunswick. And actually going there at the end of this month. My summer schedule is going to be a little all over the place. Like next week, for example, I think I mentioned I'm going to be out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then end of this month, I will be out for probably like a Friday, Monday. 5 years to my first professor gig at University of I'm going to say that wrong. I should know how to say this as well. Saskatchewan. Great. One thing about me, I'm gonna mispronounce words all the time. Where's the little voice icon so I can know how to say this? How do you pronounce Sab? I haven't messed up your name in a while though. Okay, how the hell do I say this? Okay, let me try. Let me try this. Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. Well, how do I pronounce this?
Saskatchewan.
Fuck, I'm not even close. I mean, shoot, I'm not even close.
Saskatchewan.
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 Saskatchewan. Dude, I'm not good at words, not good at names. But Sab, I haven't scraped your name in a long time. I'm bad at locations as well. Luke, I'm Irish. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Words and names and locations are not something. They've just never been in my forte, I suppose. It's cold in the middle of nowhere. Welcome to Canada. I will say it gets damn cold here in Syracuse too. Like it is. It's all East Coast. Like, you know, like affect storms and snow and stuff. So used to it here as well. All right, Akira, we're getting grenades. And then Akira, we're gonna get a talented and Akira character, and I'm gonna chuck grenades at you guys and blow you up. I do actually want to get I do want to get mechs going, honestly, with like, you know, and just have anyone be able to add their own mech. So like for example, you know how in games, yeah, exactly. But the idea is like each mech has like a 4-letter like identification on them. So like those two I just put in the chat, and so for me it'd be like, you know, mine would be Pep T or just Pep or whatever. It can be up. You know how like in Halo you could have like service tags, right? Same idea. And then like the mech would like, you know, you could customize your mech and it'd have like a 4-letter tag or something. I'm telling you, like these ideas are what gets me fired up about this game. Fucking just giant mech battles. Ah, oh, mechs are so sick. Mechs are so cool. The only other game I know that I'm keeping a close eye on, I've probably showed these guys before, but I'll show these guys every time and taking some inspiration. I cannot wait for this game, Beta Decay. This game is going to be so sick if they can pull this off. Devlog 41 coming. This game is like going to be incredible. I think it's made by a super small studio. Look at these mechs, dude. This game, I hope this game becomes like top selling game like of all time. Not of all time, but like in like the indie space, whatever. I don't really know anything else about it other than it's being developed by like a pretty small studio, and there are just so many different here. I'll put in the chat. Just shout out to these guys. I don't know what team size they have, but man, it looks cool. Like they want to do like I can't even explain it. It's a shooting game of mechs essentially. Yeah, and then there's just like so much you can do, like this whole SaaS system economy. You can take on contracts. You can run like your own. You can like just do whatever you want. You can join a faction. You can join a syndicate system. Ah, it just looks so cool. It looks so like there is so much good in this game, and I hope they pull it off in a huge way. Oh, dude, sick. Here's all their okay. I hope they pull this game off in a huge way. Yeah, like sci-fi, dude. I'm telling you, like this game is gonna. If this game launches well, they will demolish. I'm rooting for these guys big time. In fact, am I not? I gotta wish these guys. It's like, it's just so good. And honestly, yeah, it's giving me big inspiration for this, like what I'm making too. Just like. It just looks so good. It just looks so good. It gives me, again, I don't know the studio size. I'm assuming it's a very small, gritty team. But damn, the game looks awesome. There's been some early alpha, like, gameplay footage, too. Yeah. Oh, shit. Alright, now we gotta take a look. I went to the whole thing. Let's just take a look at gameplay. Dude, even this music.
Mechanics and change it where it should do, and when a
Oh,
player will drag their main
dude.
model will help its limbs.
Just all this is gonna be so cool.
It might be without components, so you should carry and assemble missing components by yourself.
You gotta build engine blocks up. They got a whole vehicle system. Guys, this game is gonna be incredible. This game is gonna be so good.
This is just MCV was optimized.
Artillery? Are you kidding me? Dude, look at this shit. Oh. You guys hearing this?
With the
I'm kind of skipping through a little bit just to show the interesting parts. But I mean, this is just...
Also, we have a lot of new information about economy. This is a market terminal, and as you can notice, here is a new structure. Greenhouse.
So cool.
So, I think this is...
You can basically sell stuff on a marketplace. There's gonna be like a whole economy. Sewers? Are you kidding me? Water?
Sewers, water. Here are...
This music, dude. Listen to the music. Dude, are you hearing this? Dude.
I really like that.
That's so, dude, I might just apply to join this team. I might just apply. Should I just apply to join this game studio? This game is so sick. It's not even out. Dude, listen to this. Okay, alright. Just listen to this. Listen to this. Hold on, let's check out codex. You guys hear the music?
I like that Gray shows us how he is
Dude,
working on
this game, I don't know about you guys, but music to me in a game is a huge deal. Because like every detail in a game really does matter. Like creating the atmosphere, making it cool, making it gritty. I mean, imagine crushing a mech with that soundtrack. I can tell these guys are definitely like Death Grips inspired for the music, which I really dig. I'm getting big Death Grips vibes from those guys for sure. Dude, I can't wait. That game is gonna be so good. That game is gonna be so good. I wish those guys well, and I hope they absolutely crush their launch. Dr. Cody, I was chatting with a local game studio about their stream wish list recently. Super simple, cool idea. Let me check this out, dude. I think I've heard of these guys actually. Keyboard Warriors. Oh, dude, another mechs. Yeah, you guys know I'm a sucker for mechs. Oh, dude, so cool. So it's keyboard typing and mechs. Dude, this is sick, Cody. Dude, nothing like it. It's very cool. I love it, man. I love it. I hope we get more games, just more cool, interesting games like this that aren't the AAA, aren't the status quo. People just building cool stuff, like one person, one made games. Like, how sick would that be? Hopefully we head to that kind of world, you know? Because AAA games, like, are really terrible right now. And I'd so much rather play a game, you know, that's made by someone watching their story build it. Like, that's why, like, I love Base Code. Like, I you know, just love watching what he's doing. I love watching anyone just be creative. It's so cool. All right, let's see. Okay, test. Let's see. You probably want enter to. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Everything looking good so far. Just make it so that when I hit enter, the comment sends, and then what is it? Shift enter should make it new line. That's the standard for comment threads. Mecha Chameleon just sold 11 million copies with a 19-day dev cycle hitting just in territory. All right, Dr. Cody, that means that I gotta absolutely speed up this game. Is what you're telling me. That means that this game stream, that means we're becoming a game stream. Is that what you're saying? Does that mean we put Trilon Soup on complete holds and just crush the Black Relay? Is that what you're saying? I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I think it's very cool, man. And like, God, I can't remember the name of it. But there's been a lot of like solo dev stuff that people, just the idea of like when someone finds out like, hey, I'm building something in the public and I built it with one person. Like, yeah, okay, what is it? Now you piqued my interest. Trying to be a good idea. Thanks, Cody. We think so too. Sony Shovels and Gore West. Yeah, it's like, everyone's going to make 1,000 things, so let's help market them. Us included. We're building this for ourselves first. All right, this is working good enough. So just got to get the enter working, and then we're going to push this up. We got to clean this UI up a lot. Don't have to clean up UI, am I right? But I think after we get this team thread, we should be good to go in terms of deleting everything from V1 posts. I'll share a little codex crazy, just make things work. Yesterday, I think I deleted like the voice stuff by default, and there was a production failure like on Vercel for the prod logs, and like without me even really asking, it just kept reading the logs, telling me what the problem was. I'd approve it. It would come back, tell me what the error was, I'd approve it. I don't know. We're just, if 5.5 can do that, I can't even imagine what 5 is going to do for me today. I might call in the work. if 5.6 launches like in the next hour. So it's bad timing for 5.6 to launch and then have to go out of town this weekend. But here we are. How much storage do I have on my computer? No random question, but I should have got like the 4 terabyte. 563 left. God, I've already used 530 gigabytes. Crazy. What the hell do I have in my document that's taking up so much space? We're getting to a point too where like storage space is going to become like really important. I mean, just like imagine all the context you're going to have on your computer, right? Maybe with someday I'll get like a nice little home server or something. But I know I'm going to probably hit this 1 terabyte, but I bet you in 1 year I will hit this 1 terabyte just with like all the products I have and stuff and context I have on my computer. But all right, Akira, we got grenades. Okay, do they work though? Okay, they kind of work, not really. I think it fell through the floor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it fell through the floor. I'm pretty sure it fell to the floor. So we gotta fix that. I see the grenade being thrown, but I'm pretty sure it's falling through the floor or something, and I'm not seeing the explosion happen after. I'm pretty sure that's happening because it's falling through the floor. So can you take a look at that? I wonder at what point, like I'm confident that Codex or someone else will, figure out a really good AI first game dev solution. And I suppose, it's just using Codex or like MCP servers or, getting things in a better position. But I don't know. Like for example, like I can do at Unity, and I have access to the MCP server there, and that's been pretty powerful. But you know, if SaaS and web apps are like pretty close to being solved, I wonder how much further away we are for like games. And I remember like Fable 5, a lot of the big stuff was like, you know, it could one shot games. I mean, the core loop of my game, Unity and Codex one shot as well. Like it got little radio towers and batteries on the map in a win condition done in one prompt, you know? So Hazama, I looked at Try Launch Soup and have a question. You don't link to any page other than your own social unless you don't have a page link. Aren't you missing an SEO gains? Yeah, I'm sure we are. Um, what do you suggest we like? You say linking out to other pages, or you're talking about pages linking to us? We do need to get on like product hunts, and we have a list of about 1,000, not 1,000, probably about 100 places to like launch on for all those backlinks and so forth. I can show you our post hog actually. We are listed on DataFast and a couple others. Here, let me do, or not DataFast, Trust MRR. Let's take a look at our analytics, shall we? Let me log in here. I think we're using Google login here, I think. Post hog does a good breakdown of this stuff, typically. I'm in the wrong environment. Preview, need to be in production. Let's see. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, dude. Okay. All right. You guys want to see our post hog? Post hog is so sick. Holy shit. I mean, holy crap. Using a personal business page and try launch loop. We have backlinks to our like personal accounts. You mean like our webpage or something? Let me show you guys. One sec, hold on. Yeah, we probably should do that. All right. Yeah. No, noted has been. We got to do that at some point. All right, here's post hog, guys. If you guys are using post hog for analytics, you should. I'm sure Google Analytics is something similar. We're getting people visiting our site, which is sick. Product analytics, does that work? We're definitely gonna get better use of this. But let's see. We have session replays. Someone just on here for 15 seconds. Let's take a look at that recording. Looks like someone was trying to. They scrolled down a little. They scrolled the whole site. This might have been me. This is probably me. This is definitely me because I remember I was highlighting this. So that was me. Yeah, session replay is super cool. Yeah, these are all sessions over time. They're all obfuscated, so you can't see user data. Session replay is... I remember Kira, you saying there was another platform for session replay that maybe worked better, but this is working okay. SEO stuff. Okay, this is what we want. So sources by channel, direct. So this just means going right to it, I believe. And then our next up is... Oh, what the heck? How do I get, shows by referring channel? Why is that? Oh, wait, now. Just getting to SEO and saying, thought to ask if there were a reason. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, we got to do more with SEO for sure. All right, I just saw a bunch of channels here. Here's kind of cool. A lot of people in China. 8 United States. Let's see. 1 in Spain. 1 in Turkey. 12 in China. 1 in Pakistan. 1 in Australia. That's probably you, Dr. Cody. Yeah, so we're trying to, you know, post hog is good. We like post hog. Heat maps. Yeah. We want heat maps. We gotta figure out how to do that though. Let's see. You see this is all Brent sessions. Let's see. Hopefully we are not exploding in billing. Let's check that, shall we? Billing. Hopefully we are not exploding. Okay, good. Whew. We got 1 million, so we're good. Sweet. Yeah, Posthog is awesome. Posthog is, if I could, I probably would only use Posthog forever. But you need to go Linux too for the ad spend stuff and whatnot. But pretty cool, right? All right, looks like I gotta set some more stuff up. Web Vitals. I probably gotta set some of the stuff up. Live. One user currently live now on their phone from Pakistan. Nice. Nice. That's pretty cool. This is mad cool. I've actually never really poked through this dashboard that much. Like I gotta set up a newest tracking stuff, but Posthog rules, and I'm a big fan of their hedgehog mascot. All right. Okay, this should almost be done. Okay, I just need to check this now. Oops. Content library. Boom, boom. Test, enter. Excellent. All right. Last thing, this just has to be a little bigger because it's going to be really hard to see. Comments. Did that capture? Sometimes the app shot. There we go. These changes all look good. All the functionality is working. However, the modal is now hard to see everything underneath it. So can you make the modal bigger both horizontally and vertically? If you want to do an image gen for this, feel free. But I'm also trying to basically be able to see everything in one view here. And I'm thinking maybe it makes sense to always have the delete, save post, schedule post, and post now be sticky on the bottom. So even if the modal gets really long, they always see those options on the bottom almost as like a static footer. What are your thoughts on that approach? I think that makes sense, right? Just have it be sticky. At some point, one thing about me is I will overthink UX and UI forever. But just got to get this working a little better. So we got comments going. We got grenades going. We got looting corpses going. That's what you're in for when you get one of these streams. I think I told you guys too, I'm working on this with another friend, Shop My Farmer's Market. Oops. Let's see. And we're getting a little farmer's market app going, maybe. Not just this isn't shiny object syndrome. Okay, so this is another lifelong friends. We used to work together, and we kind of bounced ideas back and forth. We said, "Hey, I like to know where my food is coming from." And I said, "Hey, that's not a good idea." So I don't know. We're not going to show this on stream much, but I figured I'd just show it quick. Just FYI, other things that I'm thinking about and working on. Basically, if you see something here in my projects, it means I'm probably working on it at some point. But it would be cool to know where your food comes from, huh? So the idea basically is like, farmers can go on here, they put all their inventory in, someone can basically pick it up just like you would like, going to Panera and picking up or wherever. You just pick up your stuff when you're done, and you pay for it up front, or you pay for it there, whatever. Just trying to help farmers kind of, surface visibility into what they're doing. This to me feels like an important problem because I'm sure someone else is doing it, right? I'm sure everyone is making a slightly different variant of it, but I don't know. That obviously Try Lawn Soup is where we're focusing heads down, and this problem screams to me the most. But I don't know. I just think about things I do a lot. What do I do a lot? I eat a lot. I eat every day. It'd be really nice to know and build relationships with like farmers in your community locally. And the only way to do that is really by going to farmers markets. Maybe if you can't, I don't know. I think there's something that has to be done. Just even if it's just an app used in Syracuse locally, I'd be happy with that. But I do think that there is a lot of problems. These are definitely US of A problems, but just our supply chain, like knowing where your food comes from is like impossible. So this will be another cool little project to do with the friends. We'll see where it goes. All right. So we should have grenades now. We should have grenades now. And we got another couple minutes for stream today. So let's see. Do we have grenade throws working? Perfect. Compiler errors. Excellent. Okay, take a look at that. Take a look at these compiler errors. Let's see. Search. This is in projects. Search. Let's see. Probably need to get more backlinks. Get more backlinks to this site. All right. Okay, so we're close to getting this done. Okay, that doesn't look very good, but whatever. More readable now, at least. That's gonna look bad on mobile, though. It's gonna wrap. Maybe let's have a wrap. Whatever. As long as it works, we can clean up the UI later. So I can get this functionality over the fence at least. Okay. And then there's one little thing too. I realized that if you're on a project, you should be able to just have a set schedule by default. I realize, like, you know, the user has to go on for the first time to their posing schedule. Let's just assume that they want to do 3 times a day. I don't know if it just question, if you guys are marketing a product you had, say pretend in this world your product is shipped and launched or whatever, how many times a day would you want to market it? The X algorithm, it says like 3 to 5 times is like typically what they look for. They're all different though. I guess it's up to the user how much they want to do it, right? And then basically whatever open slots we have, it would just be filled. So I think 3 is probably a good starting point, and then the user can always increase it if they want. That's what we'll do. All right, we should have grenades. Grenades are up. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey, grenades work. All right, check it out. See if they work. We gotta time this because it's not gonna work super well. I don't know if they took damage or not. Hey, Hezma, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, we got looting with grenade. We're starting to have a game, guys. We're starting to have a game. Like, it doesn't look very good, but we can loot enemies. We can throw grenades. We can get the relay. Boom. We can get shot. We can get kills. Starting to have a little something, guys. Starting to have a little something. Kind of exciting. All right, let me try this one more time. Turn the menu. One more time. It is weird developing like a made for Windows game on a Mac, but whatever. Got the hardware, Windows will use it. Let me make sure that this is actually it's going to be impossible to see if this takes damage. Do I take damage? I need to take damage too. Hey, it worked. All right, killed the guy. Okay, I see this working now, and I see the explosion. However, I should also take damage from these grenades when they're thrown. I just saw it damage an enemy successfully, but the same amount of damage it does for the enemies, it should also do to myself. It should basically be like an open projectile, and anything, you know, surrounding it would take damage from it. We got grenades. All right, let's see. Okay, this is gonna be good enough. This is gonna be good enough for me. We'll do a UI overhaul next anyway. We're gonna just do the whole post modal, but for now, this is fine. All right, I like it. I like it. Let's see, this will work. Okay, cool. Yellowstone, first time chat. You are dumb, but you aren't maliciously ignorant. You just aren't cinematic. You don't put on a show. You think I'm dumb? I'm not maliciously ignorant. You aren't cinematic. You don't put on a show. Do we have a hater? Do we have a hater in the chat? Like Shawshank Redemption, like Pulp Fiction, if you can be that cinematic, but it's very hard. That's mean. Are you just saying that about me? Like Shawshank Redemption, like Pulp Fiction. Those are great movies, by the way. You can be that cinematic, but it's very hard. Like, can you put on a show? Yes. So you're saying I'm dumb and ignorant, and I'm putting on a show? This is just me, my friends. This is who I am. I'm not putting on a show at all. This is me. If you don't like that, you can leave. How good of a show? This is me, my friends. I just started doing this like 6 or 7 weeks ago. This is me. This is not a show. I've been doing this stuff anyway. I just so happen to now be doing it with my good friend Brent and a bunch of people that also I like hanging out with. So if you don't like it, then get the hell out of here. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, the footer stuff should be good. All right, we're gonna get Image Gen 2 going at some point anyway. We're gonna take a screenshot of this and we're gonna like have it implement a couple versions. But for now, I'm happy enough with this, so we're gonna go ahead and merge this to main. I think that's all we want to do here. It still needs some work, obviously, with the UI. Okay, changes look good. You can go ahead and merge this pull request to main. It'll need some UX work in a future session, but for now the functionality works as we expect. So go ahead and merge this feature branch merge this pull request into main. All right, nice. Okay, this puts us in a position now to be able to take posts and basically delete them for the V1, and which is the whole goal of today's stream. Basically, we're not going to be able to get all the posts deleted for the stream, but we are going to at least take the thing we like, which is the team thread, and move that into the new posts, and then everything else can go. This little toggle thing here, we can do this later at some point. I'm not really concerned about this. But we probably should create different copy for each one. So we'll do that at some point. For each channel, rather. But for now, we should be good to go. All right. Okay, get that going. Got a grenade going. Hey, Flip Panda, I'm doing well. How are you? It's going well. Going really good. We're making good progress in trylaunchsoup.com. And we're also chipping away at the Black Relay, which is just another game we're making in Unity. And we're getting close to getting a new feature. I guess it's an existing feature, but in the new post composer, we just got the team thread going. This looks like crap for this UI, but it works. But yeah, it's going really well. Going really well. Oh, we got a paragraph here. Yellowstone, I'm just telling you that being human means you aren't perfect, and not being perfect means you have room to improve your coding is good. But I would advise you look and watch some cinematography videos and some acting videos, because no one wants to see the real you, and no one watches TV just to watch something they can walk at the front door they watch because it excites them and puts them on the edge of their seat. The suspense, the drama, the action. It's way more complicated than this. It's just me. I'm not really sure the point you're trying to make. I know I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not really sure the point you're trying to make. Watch some videos and acting videos. I'm not really sure the point you're trying to make, my friends. Are you trying to say be someone I'm not? Because this is who I am. This is who I am, my friend. Cinematography. Speaking of cinematography, Shawshank and Pulp Fiction are both very good movies. 12 Angry Men, I have not. I would argue the opposite. No one wants to see the real me. I think if call me crazy, but I think people tune in to people to see the real them, right? I think the fake them is things like most TV and stuff, right? I mean, dude, I'm not making a movie here. I'm using Codex and Claude to write cool software. I'm not fucking making an action movie here, my friend. Do you want me to make an action movie also? Is that what you're saying? I'll make an action movie, dude. If that's you want, dude, I'll make this channel an action movie, alright? Do that just for you. How about that? Alright, let's see. Make sure we're on extra high. We are eagerly awaiting the launch of 5.6. It has gone through in Japan. If anyone has 5.6 yet, let me know. Anyone on the Europe time zone, or anyone in the Eastern Hemisphere. I'm curious if everyone can check their codex right now and see. That'd be cool. There are just 12 men in one room and still top 5 movies of all time on IMDb. Like, you don't need much to be cinematic, but you should try your best. What I'm saying. I'm not trying to do anything or be anything, Yellowstone. So I don't really know the point you're trying to make. And I don't think I need to. I do my best every day, my friend, and this is just me. This is who I am. You're seeing the unfiltered, unadulterated me. So if you think I'm putting on an act, then you can believe that if you want. I can't control what you say or think. But I just thought it'd be fun to start streaming things with my friend Brent, and we do it now in public. And I think if I were trying to put on an act, I don't know. Those have been tuning in. You guys let me know. But this is just me, my friend. I'm just making cool software live. I'd be doing this anyway. So if you think I need acting classes, yeah, dude. I'm not sure the point you're trying to make, man. I'm saying people want to see the act. People want to see the play, the movie, the show. Dude, then they can go do that on their own time. They can go do that on their own time. Go watch TV or something. Like, Twitch is a new space for me. Like, I'm just making cool software, and if people think it's interesting, awesome. I'm not trying to be anything I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure your point you're trying to make, Yellowstone. I'm just a guy making some software on Twitch. That's all. And we have some goofs, we have some gaps, we have some laughs. Especially when we have Brent. A lot of goofs and gaps and laughs. But yeah, dude, yeah, this is me. And you're not going to get anything other than me. Alright, we're getting this pull request. To try to be as cinematic as possible. I don't think I need to be, and I don't want to be either. I'm just being me. I'm just being me, my friends. Alright, let's see. Hopefully this, by the time the stream ends, we'll at least have this deployed to main to be able to test it. Oops. Okay, we're merging. You know, one thing I'm thinking about, like, and honestly, like, I don't really need to have codecs merge things for me, right? I just do it because it's one last thing I have to think about. Like, I can always just go and merge this pull request myself, but the thing I do like about it is when it goes through this entire flow, it will validate the job's finish. It'll validate things go through Vercel correctly. It'll validate things go through Convex correctly. It typically does a smoke test of the actual live production. So, obviously there's all this stuff here where you can commit push, create pull requests, etc. That's the only thing I'm gonna think about. Like, I think I saw Basecode doing that actually. Just like he uses these tabs here and whatnot when he's working in Codex. But I don't know. I like how it kind of does all its like testing when it knows it needs to get a pull request or something deployed to main. It will watch for it. And if there's errors along the way, then it will let me know and advise me and stuff. So I tend to like that. Does it use more tokens? Yeah, sure. And it also kind of gives you the nice summary, which I like too. Okay. Okay, so everything should be cleaned up. Stick QL of the merge. Okay, all right, so we should be good. Always with the token. I agree. What's not worth a token? Right now for me, asset generation. Asset generation is not worth tokens for me for like game dev assets. That's the one thing that's not worth it for me. Okay, let's take this out. Puppy Panda, Pep Deck, just so you know, I think you're a chill and humble dude. Oh, thanks, Puppy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, like I'm never gonna try to be something I'm not. Frankly, because I think that would take too much energy. It's like, I don't know. I think X as well. Like, I mean, X rewards authenticity and stuff, and I don't know. Like, I don't know how to be anything else but me. It's that simple. I don't know how to be anything else but me. All right, let's make sure comments work. Oh, you know what? We'll use it for trial launch. I think, is Brent even on this still? I'm not sure if Brent is actually on the trial launch loop. Oops. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I don't think it's deployed yet. Did this deploy? There we go. Had to refresh. Test. Okay, perfect. And then I don't think Brent is on this project settings. I think it's org settings actually. Org settings. Team. Okay, yep. That's because Brent is not on here. All right, so let me see. All right, we gotta actually get Brent on here to test this. So we'll get him on there, and I'm pretty sure the add stuff all works as well because it worked on the old stuff. So all right, we should be good to go. Invite members. I know Brent's doing his own testing. We're kind of a test playground on, but at some point one of us will like own the org. And or one of us will create it and we'll both own it. But we'll do that live on stream tomorrow. Make sure that works. So I think we're good. All right. We'll make a note of that actually. Make a note of that. Let's see. Team. So many projects. Team. Team invitations. Oops, I didn't do that. I meant to do delete projects NP. All right, I'm figuring out keybinds. Team. Make sure it's not here. Team. All right. Let me just make sure. Oops. Invite. So many projects. NP. Team invitations. At some point, we have to actually start closing these projects out at some point, but. Okay, confirm that team tagging and invitations work invite Brent to the org live on 7-10. And then we'll start actually using that. Put this on me. Put this on urgent. Sure, why not? So I remember to do it tomorrow on stream. Okay. Dr. Cody, I've only just started using Twitch recently because I am sick of hyper-curated and authentic media. I watch what you're up to, amazing cooking. Yeah, dude, thanks. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, man. Me and Brent have thought about doing just like dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube. It seems like YouTube Live, like we'll never stop doing Twitch, but it seems like YouTube Live is just like another avenue for us to start promoting some of our work and maybe get some more viewership and stuff. So we're thinking about doing that. I don't know if anyone is on YouTube Live very often. I'm not personally. Maybe I should be. Let's see. Okay, so we got this migrated. Excellent. Okay, so I think next up is getting off this posts. And I love having commits where just a ton of deleted code. Nothing makes me happier when you have thousands of lines of code deleted. Yeah, this is all stuff we don't need. All right. So we're gonna get that queued up, but we gotta run in just a minute, guys. But we're gonna get this queued up. And then probably once we kick this off, here, let me check what I got up for time. Check the schedule. All right, we can go like 8:55. 8:55 will do. So we got another 10 minutes, and we'll at least start on this. We are on the last piece of this app to migrate from the old post V1. We just migrated the team thread to the new content library. And at this point, there is nothing remaining under the old post V1. And I would like to come up with a strategy to completely remove that, remove any historical database information around the kind of V1 post flow and so forth. I do know that we probably use this in a few places, such as the example screen for viewing posts, and also the /try URLs, and the ability to paste a public GitHub repo URL. So we'll want to figure out how we still maintain all that, but have it use the new job system instead. So this is going to be a very sizable feature that impacts quite a lot because the posts are used throughout the app in many different places. So I'm going to come up with a strategy for that. I like the ability to be able to paste the public GitHub repo URL and come up with social posts. I think we can use the job and basically, leverage similar functionality for this /try. I think that's useful to see and interesting for the end user. But it has to use our new system for showing example posts with the new job system that we have, and use the content calendar now. So help me kind of narrow the scope of this. We probably want to do a couple small slices here. We don't have the jobs fully hooked up on our side yet to use the content calendar, but I would like to make progress in terms of getting the initial post V1 removed from the application. So help me plan that out and come up with a small slice that's meaningful to do in this session here. Perhaps we just remove the posts and we keep the existing example and try until we're ready to get those out too. Just trying to think all that through. So help me come up with a plan for that, and we'll go from there. All right, that's a monster prompt right there. I got to really get with Brent, and I don't want to do too much because we do have all this try stuff. I think is going to be meaningful and valuable long term, so people can actually see how things work and whatnot. for example posts, and this stuff we should be dog fooding it on, not only our repos but other public repos as well. So I'm tempted to not rip out all of that until we get that job stuff synced up. But let's see what we can at least start with to at least get the left UI cleanup, which is kind of the goal I wanted to get done by end of week, is this left UI kind of using all the new using all the V2 of the POS, if you will. So we'll see what that chips away on. Finally, the grenade should now impact us. And then we are going to have to run in a minute here. Let's see if that works. So now we have a grenade. Here it is. Okay, we now take damage. We got to time this super well. Probably didn't time that super well. All right, cool, worked. All right, perfect. All right, grenade has now hurt us too. Nice. All right. So we got so what did we get done today? Today we got done getting the team thread over to try launch loop. So now people can leave comments to their teammates. They can edit or delete the posts, or the comments rather. And we got grenades done from Black Relay, and we got looting done from Black Relay. So tomorrow, got to go with Brent. Hang on, let me make this agenda real quick. Tomorrow we gotta marry the. Actually, no, we can just do it in the doc here. Oops. We'll just do it. We'll just do it right here. Make a note for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 10th, 7/10/26. We need to. We need to absolutely do this tomorrow to get us in a better spot. Today, we kind of did this, and we already got some feedback live from Tito. I don't know if you're still here, Tito, but thank you for that feedback earlier. And we are actively getting the sidebar reduced. So I think we're making good progress here. Just got to keep plugging away, got to keep chipping away, and got to get this job stuff created. This post up, it just tied into so much existing functionality in the app, and so I'm struggling to just remove all of it. Because it's tied into this example stuff, it's tied into this paste of public GitHub group URL. So I think if we can get that to always a new job system, we should be good, but we will see. But all right, guys, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you as always. Let's find someone to raid here. Hey, yeah, I got a hater. Yeah, I'm used to it. I'm used to having, oh yeah, we got some stories going. Literally just Home Alone. We got Home Alone clips. Yeah, man, we got a hater. I'm fired up about it. You know my motto on that? People are gonna, no matter what you do, it could be anything. You could be streaming this guy in Minecraft right now. You could be streaming making bread. You could be streaming writing code. You could be doing anything. Someone's gonna hate you. So just do it anyway. It's quite simple. Someone's gonna hate you. Who cares? But all good, man. Hey, Yellowstone, if you're still here, I wish you well. I wish you well. But I'll never be anything that I'm not. Bro, you are baking bread with the wrong yeast. I know nothing about baking. Funny enough, my wife literally last night was making bread at like 9:30 p.m. because her starter was ready and stuff. I know nothing about that, but she is crushing. I know literally zero about making bread, but my wife does that. She's very good at it. Okay, let's all right. All right, Dylan's live. Let's try to see if we can find someone else. I don't have any suggestions for race today. Live. Oops. Channel dashboard. Where do I do this again? Stream manager. Raid channel. Hopefully we got some people. We can hit up Dylan, but let's try to find a smaller streamer. live coding tools in game. If anyone has suggestions, please let me know. I'm still trying to find people myself. As always, we do the codex lookup. No codex. Do we have any Claude? Do we have any Claude? Same two people every time. I remember this guy was up yesterday, but he was on for like 30 hours looping. Yeah, he's not actually there. Thornico, thank you, Dr. Cody. Appreciate you. Let's take a look. Are they live right now, I'm assuming? Hopefully. Search and filter. Thorny. Doesn't look like they're live, unfortunately. Oh, wait. Maybe did I do this wrong? Let's see. Thornico Twitch. Oh, they're live. Why can't I raid them? Hang on, what am I doing wrong here? Raid channel, search. Why is that not showing up there? That's super weird. I see them live, right? I just saw them. Do they not accept raiders, maybe? Raid. Let me see if this works. If I do /raid in the chat, it's my first time doing it this way. Let's see if this works. This channel is intended for mature audiences. Okay. Mature audiences, I guess. All right, we're raiding Thornico, guys. We will see you guys over there. Have a great rest of your day. Show Thorny some love. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone.